of life. Everybody faces these challenges in course of their lifetime. But when bad time comes, if it adds to financial stress, instability, then it becomes miserable. Just as you all saw, recently we had the COVID. Everyone underwent some kind of a trauma during this period, whether they were affected by it or they were not affected by it. There was fear in all of us as to what would happen if we were to contract this disease. People who suffered, who contracted this disease, had to be hospitalized, and the bills for hospitalization ran almost, the average cost was about 1 lakh rupee. People who had insurance, they were paid some, may not be the full amount, but at least 75 to 80% of this amount, relieving them of the financial stress. But people who didn't have insurance, added to the trauma of having suffered the disease, also had to suffer from the financial stress of having paid, and from their savings, from whatever they had planned, the money to get the hospital bills settled. That's the importance of insurance. It basically relieves you of your financial stress in times of adversity, particularly if you were to face a financial loss. So, bringing in this financial awareness to all of you, we hope that in the years to come, we will be able to reach out. Actually, it is the goal of the government, the regulator, and the insurance industry to see that at least each household in India has a life insurance policy for all the productive members, has an health insurance policy for all the family members, and an asset insurance which covers all their assets by the year 2047, which is the 100th year of independence. This is the stated goal of the industry, and we hope to achieve this by making a small beginning in creating this insurance awareness. This quiz competition is really interesting, and we hope you enjoy every moment of it. There will be winners. Not everybody can win this contest, but please enjoy every moment of it. Of course, our quiz master, Mr. Megasham, will have a couple of surprises up his sleeves. Please don't get unnerved by it. Remain calm, and I wish you all the very best in the next 2 hours. See you at the end of the quiz. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. That was very interesting. Moving on, we have seen some tough fights this year in the preliminary rounds. The North Zonal round yesterday was also quite close. I'm sure the West Zonal finale would be very exciting, as one team would get a chance to seal its position in the finale. So, without any further ado, may I now call upon our host and host, Megasham Shirodkar, to start the quiz. Can you have him on the screen, please? And all the best to all of you students. So I think just some technical errors. So just bear with us. They're just trying to reconnect. So in the meantime, I think just get yourselves ready. All of you students, you're already winners in your zones. I mean, you're already, you won your cities, and that's how you've reached the finals. So here for the West Zone. So please keep yourself calm, do well, and and I'm sure it's going to be interesting and exciting. Fun quiz for all of you.
Thank you, Priyanka. Hello and a warm welcome to each and every one of you gathered here today, both to participate and to watch us on Facebook as well as YouTube. We are here for the West Zonal rounds of the HDFC ERGO Insurance Awareness Award Junior 2022, a nationwide insurance quiz for schools brought to you by HDFC ERGO General Insurance Company Limited. This year, the seventh edition of this quiz, this one of a kind quiz, arguably the largest of its kind in Asia. The theme is the biggest ever. For we have traveled to more than 110 cities across the length and breadth of India, meeting 1,170 schools and reaching out to more than 3 lakh students across most of India's states and union territories. If that is not mind blowing, I don't know what is. About this quiz, like Nasimhan sir and Priyanka already pointed out, through this quiz we aim to inculcate necessary life skills like financial planning and insurance in students at an early age in order to help them secure their dreams against unforeseen circumstances and risks. Quite rightly is it said, इस क्विज के साथ आपके सपनों को मिलेगी हौसलों की उड़ान. What is today's agenda, you ask? We are here for the zonal rounds in the West Zone. 3 rapid fire quizzes that will give us our second national finalist. We traveled to the North Zone, virtually, of course, yesterday. We found ourselves a really good champion young team that is already in the national finals. And today, the journey will take us through another 12 teams, sharp young minds with amazing insurance IQ, who will fight tooth and nail for the honor of representing West Zone in the national final a couple of weeks from now. In the next couple of hours, we'll see these 12 teams fight each other for that honor. We will have 2 zonal eliminators of 6 teams each, and then we'll have a grand zonal final for the West Zone for the top 4 teams from these 2 eliminators. Without any further ado, let's move quickly into the agenda for today. We will have the first zonal eliminator, which will see 6 teams from the West Zone randomly drawn into one group to take part in a zonal eliminator. The road so far, as I already mentioned, 1,170 schools, 110 cities, and today we have 12 city champions from the West Zone in front of you. The zonal finals will see one zonal champion each from North, West, East, and South, who will directly qualify into the national final. And the zonal runners up, which will be there today as well, will find one from the West Zone. The zonal runners up, there's a unique funda in this quiz that each zone's runner up gets another chance via a lucky draw. Two of them can qualify into the national final as lucky losers as well. The grand national final, which will take place in this month itself, we will see a national winner being identified along with a national runners up and a national second runners up. But that, as they say, is a bridge too far. Let me show you what we have in store as prizes in today's zonal round. The zonal winner today will get a trophy for their school, and more, even sweeter, they will qualify directly into the national final of this year's quiz. The zonal runners-up team will be on standby along with the three other runners-up from the other zones. They will have a lucky draw live on Facebook, watched by everybody who's interested, and we will give them a 50-50 chance of qualifying into the national final as well. What awaits them in the national final? Oh, lots and lots of goodies and lots of glory. This quiz is unique in the fact that it awards you and rewards you in so many ways for being an insurance champ. The national winner this year will win themselves 1.5 lakh rupees worth of prizes between the two students and a further 75,000 rupees worth of prizes for their school. The team which comes second in the national final will win themselves 1 lakh rupees worth of prizes between the two students and a further 50,000 rupees worth of prizes for their school. And the team which comes third in the national final, bronze medalists, so to speak, they will win themselves 50,000 rupees worth of prizes between the two students and a further 25,000 rupees worth of prizes for their school. What happens to the teams who finish fourth, fifth, and sixth in the national final? Well, they do not go home empty-handed. To sweeten that disappointment a little bit, we make sure that each team gets 20,000 rupees worth of prizes between the two students and a further 10,000 rupees worth of prizes for their school. But that is in the future. Right now, let us take a look at what is going to happen right here, right now, in the first eliminator for the West Zone. Let's take you there. We have 6 bright young teams who are ready and waiting to take part in the first West Zone eliminator. I will call them out in the order in which they are seated. They have been arranged in the alphabetical order of the name of their school, in case you are wondering how we managed to put them in this order. So let's quickly go and meet them. At team 1, representing Choitram School, Indore, we have Aditya Sisodia and Tanish Vyas. Aditya and Tanish, welcome to the quiz. At team 2, representing Gundecha Education Academy, ICSE, Mumbai, we have Ishan Tibrewal and Vareen Vora. Ishan and Vareen, welcome to the West Zone eliminator.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. At team 3, representing Navrachna Higher Secondary School, Sama, all the way from Vadodara, we have Sajit Nair and Mahi Shah. Sajit and Mahi, welcome to the quiz. The second half of this, the other half of the eliminator, team number 4, Siddhivinayak English Medium School, Mumbai. Representing them are Aryan Patya and Astha Gupta. Aryan and Astha, welcome to the West Zone eliminators. Team number 5 is Swami Vivekanand High School, also from Mumbai. And representing them are Astha Navar and Karthik Darisipudi. I'm sorry. Astha and Karthik, welcome to the quiz.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. And last but certainly not the least, all the way from the magnificent city that plays host to the Ajanta and is a jumping point for Ellora as well, Winchester International English School from Aurangabad, represented by Maria Khaja and Zainab Zahir. Maria and Zainab, welcome to the quiz.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Let's move on. Let's see what we have in store for these 6 teams. There's a request from all of us to you. The teams who are participating, please make sure that only the laptop or the desktop on which you're logged in, let that system be on. All other devices, everything should be off. Please make sure that there is no one else in the room with you while the quiz is going on. We want this to be the fairest and the most transparent contest of insurance that is possible. So let's make sure we play clean and we play right. Correct? Great. So what's the roadmap for the eliminator? Let's show you the general rules that we have. There will be 2 rounds in this West Zone Eliminator 1. Both rounds together comprise 12 questions. I will explain the rounds for you, the rules for each round before we begin that round itself. And all teams will remain silent until I call upon them to unmute and answer. Please answer into the mic so I'm clear and I can hear you properly. And please make sure that there is only one answer per team. So decide and then speak out, right? Only after the quiz master, which is me, I tell you to answer. We will announce scores at the end of round 1 and then after 4 questions in round 2. So you get a fair idea of what to do or not do in the last 2 questions. And then, of course, at the end of the quiz itself. Let me remind you, this eliminator, it is not really important who comes first. What is important is who comes first and second, because there is no rank which gets carried forward. As long as you are in the top 2 in this eliminator, you will qualify for the West Zone final. So if the rules are clear generally, let's go into round 1 with a wish from my team to all of you. May your young minds always be insured against incorrect answers, not just in this quiz, but throughout your lives. Round 1, these are your rules. We call it preambles because it's a good way to start off a quiz. 6 questions, all of them on insurance, and they will be passing clockwise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We will follow the rules of infinite bounds. What does it mean? For those of you who don't know, infinite bounds is simply one of the most fairest ways of passing a question in a quiz. Suppose I ask team 1 a question and they do not answer. I pass the question to team 2. Each correct answer gets 10 points, whether it's a direct or it's a pass. It does not matter. So once I pass to team 2, and if they get it right, they get the full 10 points. And the next question goes to the next team, which is team 3. We do this so that no time will a team get 2 questions one after the other. So mathematically, for those who are interested, it ensures that the most number of questions go to equally to all the teams, right? Please wait for your team name or number to be called out before you give out your answer, and do not answer out of turn. If you answer out of turn, there's a -10 because you're taking away somebody else's chance. Please ensure that your camera is on and operational at all times. Please ensure that the microphone is muted until I call upon you to answer, right? So if the rules are clear, if all the teams are nicely settled in, all the very best. Question 1, consignee mean, and I need both of them correct. This is for team 4, Siddhivinayak. Okay, I can't hear you. I see you're unmuted, but I can't hear you. Can you be a little louder?
Can you pass the question on next group? We don't know the answer.
You don't know the answer, you're saying? Why don't you take a guess? There are no negative marks in this. I will pass you. We will go to team 5. Swami Vivekanand High School, do you have an answer for me?
So manufacturer and consumer.
Manufacturer and consumer. That's a good attempt, but unfortunately not the answer we are looking for. We will go to Winchester International High School, Aurangabad. Winchester, pass question. What's your answer?
Consignee is a customer and consignor is a company.
Consignor is the company who is doing something, and consignee is the customer. Okay, that's also a nice guess. Good logic, but not the answer we are looking for when it comes to marine cargo. We will go back to Choitan School, Indore.
The consigner will be the recipient, and the consignee the customer.
By customer, what do you mean?
The person who is buying the goods.
All right, okay, not something to do with buying the goods. We will go to Gundecha Education Academy. What's your guess?
Sir, I think that the consigner is the ship and the consigner is the cargo.
Okay, the consigner is the ship through which the cargo is going, and consignee is the cargo. Okay, another nice guess. We will go to
Excuse me,
Navratna.
sir.
Yes,
Sir,
which team?
the Choitham school didn't get the chance. You said, sir, Choitham school Indore. We didn't say it. Somebody
Okay,
else said it.
somebody else said it. You're saying. Okay, guys, please do not answer out of
Yes, sir.
turn. Choitham School, this is, of course, after Winchester, it is your attempt. Please give me your attempt because somebody
Yes,
else
sir.
has spoken out of turn. Yeah.
Consignee is the one who's receiving the goods, and consigner is the who's sending the goods by ship.
That is the right answer. I'm so happy that you pointed this out and we did not miss out on the chance to award points. And I'm even more relieved that Gundecha, for some reason, had the wrong answer. Because if they had the right answer and I had given them points, it would not have been fair on you. It is the right answer, yes, Choitram School Indore. The consignor is the person or company or organization who's sending the goods out, and the consignee is the party or entity who's receiving the goods, the marine cargo, right? A good 10 points to Choitram School Indore. The fifth question now back to proper order. We'll go to Gundecha Education Academy, Mumbai. HDFC ERGO has been certified with an international certification for claim services, policy issuance, customer servicing, and standardization and uniformity of information security processes being followed across all branches and locations across India. Who gave this global certification to HDFC ERGO? Gundecha. This is for team 2.
Sir, ICRA.
ICRA, that's ICRA. Okay, not the answer that we are looking for. We will move across to Navrachna Higher Secondary School. Team 3, please. Only team 3, unmute yourself.
Yes, so the answer is ISO, International Standardization Organization.
International Organization for Standardization, or ISO, is correct. 10 points to team 3. Very, very good answer. Not only did you know ISO, but you also knew what ISO stood for. Very nice answer. 10 points to you. And the last question of this round will go to the next team, which is team 4. Siddhivinayak English Medium School, this is for you. The IRDAI was set up under the IRDAI Act of 1999. The main functions of the IRDAI, according to the IRDAI Act, are as follows: to protect the interest of holders of insurance policies and to regulate, promote, and ensure orderly growth of the blank business and blank business. No half points, both parts need to be correct. What am I looking for, Siddhivinayak? Team 4. This is only for Siddhivinayak School, so nobody else should answer out of turn. Both blanks need to be correct. The IRDI, of course, the apex regulator who watches over the Indian insurance industry, both the policyholders as well as the insurance companies. Yes,
Private and governmental business.
Private business and governmental business. That's a good try because yes, private and government or public sector is one of the divisions that we have studied about, haven't we? But not the answer here. We will go to Swami Vivekanand High School, team 5. Please unmute yourself, team 5. Pass question, so I cannot give you more time. I need an answer immediately. What are the two blanks that we are looking for?
To hear you having.
Which team is this? Which team is this?
Sir, is this our chance, Winchester International School?
No, this is right now with Swami Vivekanand High School. Well, after
Okay,
that, it might come to you. So only Swami Vivekanand, please unmute yourself and tell me your guess. If you don't have a guess, you can say pass or you can guess anything that you. No? All right. So I'm going to pass you now. I'm going across to Winchester International English School. Winchester, please unmute yourself. Maria and Zainab, what's your guess?
Insurance and reinsurance.
Insurance and reinsurance it is. 10 points to team 6. They were really waiting for that to pass. It is a joke which I make often in this quiz. Looking at students who are next in order of passing, it reminds me of vultures in those National Geographic videos, because you're just waiting for somebody to die or give a wrong answer and then you will pounce, right? That brings us to the end of the first round. It has been a really nice round and it has been a delight right at the beginning of the day interacting with such cheerful and well prepared young minds as the 6 teams that I have in front of you. Let me remind you, this is a very short and quick fire eliminator. So we are already halfway through this eliminator. And once the scores are up, you will have 6 more questions to go in what will be a very rocking and very nerve tingling buzzer round, which we will explain the rules for. But right now, at the halfway stage, something tells me that things are going to be really tight, and there will be teams who are locked on the same score or something. Let's take a look at the scores. Oh, lovely. Very nice. Siddhivinayak English School and Swami Vivekanand, the 2 Mumbai teams, I need you to buck up and start scoring now because you are yet to score, but that's not an issue. 2 teams on 10. Winchester on the back of that really good answer at the end, and Gundecha Education Academy ICSE both on 10. But at this moment, locked in first position with 20 points apiece is the team from Indore, Choitram School, and the team from Vadodara, Navrachna Higher Secondary School, Sama, both with 20 points. So those are your scores. Let's not waste any more time, and we will quickly go into round 2, which we call risks and premiums. There will be 6 questions in this round, all on insurance and all of them on the buzzer. So there is no direct and pass or any infinite bounds. It is all on the buzzer. But the good part is that all the teams, if you want, all of you can buzz for the same question. We have a really good buzzer system which shows me who has buzzed first and then second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. So you will wait for me to call out the first team who has buzzed, and only then will you go on and answer, right? The correct answer will get you plus 20, but if you buzz and go wrong, the incorrect answer or saying pass after buzzing will give you minus 10. There is a quick request before we start the buzzer round. Since this is going to be such a rapid fire thing, I want all teams to unmute themselves. Don't put it on mute. Put yourself off mute. Make yourself heard. Remove that mute from your mind. Okay, perfect. I think Winchester is yet to unmute. Okay, they have done that. Lovely. So, okay, Siddhivinayak is also unmuted. Thank you so much. You are such nice, helpful young children. I cannot help but be thankful for the way you make this easy for me. All right. Beg your pardon? All right. No, it's fine. So, we will have a quick trial of your buzzers. Wait. The rule for this is you don't have to wait for me to finish reading out the question. The moment the question comes up on screen, you can press the buzzer. The only thing is if somebody buzzes, they stop speaking and you will have to answer immediately. But wait for me to call out your name. The one cardinal rule is you cannot withdraw your buzzer after buzzing. So please make sure that you keep the buzzer pressed, right? If all the teams are ready, we will do a quick buzzer check. Starting a dummy question. So once the question comes up on screen, please put fingers on buzzers. The buzzer is a big red circle at the right top of your screen. So you don't really smash your finger on it. Please move the cursor there and you can press it once the question comes up. Right? This is going to be a dummy question to keep on testing your buzzers. So let's have some buzzers, everybody. I want all the teams to buzz when the question comes up. Okay, wait, Winchester, wait. This is just a dummy slide. Can we reset the buzzer? Can we reset the buzzer? My team, let's reset the buzzers. Okay, wait for the question. Question coming up on screen now. You can buzz now, all of you. Okay, lovely. Now let me see if all the teams have been able to buzz. There is okay, Vadodara, Mumbai, that's 3. Indore Choitram has also buzzed. Only 4 teams have buzzed. Please, even if you don't know the answer, can you press the buzzer, the other 2 teams? I think 2 teams are yet to buzz for this. Only 4 buzzers can be seen. Everybody, please tap on that buzzer. Okay, Winchester has buzzed now. And okay, do we have 6 on screen? 1, 2. Can we scroll down? 4, 5, and 6. Brilliant. So the team which buzzed first, let's take a look. The team which buzzed first was Vadodara. So Vadodara, Navrachna, can you give me the answer? Sorry? Navrachna School, can you tell me what ECTC stands for?
Sir, ECTC stands for Export Credit and Guarantee Corporation.
That is the answer I was looking for. Unfortunately, I can't give you points because it's a dummy question. So we know this is how it works. The question will come up on screen. Before it comes up, I will tell you a little bit about what I expect as the answer. So I'm not fully blind. And then you have to give me the answer immediately once I call out your team, right? So let's reset the buzzers. Fingers on buzzers, all team. All right. If all the teams are ready, please remember, if you press the buzzer and give me the right answer after I call out your team name, that's a plus 20. But if you press the buzzer and when I come to you, you give me the wrong answer or you stay pass, then that's a minus 10. Answering out of turn is also minus 10. So please do not speak into the mic until I call out your name, right? If the teams are ready, what is going to come up on screen next is a brief description of something related to insurance. I'm giving you the technical name that this thing is called in insurance. You have to tell me what is it called in ordinary English, right? In plain English, what would we call this thing which is shown on screen to you, right? If all the teams are ready, question coming up now. What are consequential losses called in common English? In a standard motor insurance policy, consequential losses are not covered by the insurer, irrespective of whether it's a criminal act or an action. Okay, Vadodara has gone for this. Now, Rachna, what's the answer I'm looking for?
Sir, I think the answer is indirect losses.
You think right, my friend. Indirect losses will give Navrachna 20 points. Very, very nice. Team 3 gets plus 20. Let's reset the buzzer. All right. Fingers on your buzzers. All teams. 5 questions to go. Next question is going to show you 2 or 3 lines on screen, text, and one of those words has been blanked out. It is something very, very related to insurance and insurance policies. You have to tell me what has been blanked out. One word answer. All right. If the teams are ready, question on screen now. In a standard health insurance policy, one of the major exclusions is blank self-injury, use of intoxicating drugs, or alcohol. Navrachna again, quickly, what am I looking for? Navrachna, Vadodara.
Intentional self-injury.
Intentional self-injury is correct. Navrachna team 3 gets 20 points. Let us reset the buzzer once more.
रहती नहीं क्या खुद से बोल रहे हो?
Buzzers have been reset. Third question, fingers on your buzzers. You will see about 6 or 7 lines of text which tell you about some kind of coverage under health insurance policies. The same English word has been blanked out at 2 places in this text. You have to tell me which word. So there will be 2 blanks, but both blanks are filled by the same word. So I just want one word as your answer, and you will be able to see what I mean when the question comes up. If all the teams are ready, question coming up now. Which 10-letter word in the process of determining which disease or condition explains a person's symptoms and signs fills both the blank? So, okay, who was fastest? I see Navrachna Vadodara on the buzzer. Quickly, what am I looking for?
Diagnosis.
Can you spell that for me?
Diagnosis.
Okay, I'll give it to you with diagnostic materials, but diagnosis is close enough because diagnosis purposes are not covered under insurance. That's 20 points to team 3. Diagnosis, diagnostics, acceptable answers in my book. 20 points to team 3. 3 questions gone, 3 more to go. Please reset the buzzer. If all the teams are ready, I'm going to show you a text question. This is related to personal accident insurance policies, and I'm looking for 2 things. You need to give me both correctly if you need points, right? If all the teams are ready, question number 4 coming up on screen now. What are these 2 types of personal accident insurance policies called in insurance terminology? One which provides a specific sum insured for a single person, and 2 which provides cover to a Navrachna again. What's the answer, Navrachna?
Sir, individual health policy and group health policy.
That is the answer I was looking for. Individual and group would have been close enough. That's 20 points to Navrachna. They have made it 4 out of 4 so far. We will take a quick pause to show you the scores at the end of 4 questions in the buzzer round. Let me remind you, only 2 more questions to go. And we are not really looking at who wins the eliminator. We want to see who are the first 2 teams, right? So even if you're not in the first position, all teams, please make sure you are in the second position at least, right? So the scores will come up shortly. Until then, let's reset the buzzer so that all teams are back to 0 buzzing. Very, very nice. Once the scores come up, if you see any doubts in what your score is, please let us know immediately. You know you are unmuted, so make sure that if you have a doubt, raise it as soon as possible. The scores are tabulated live as we go on, so they should be exactly on point. So far, we've avoided making mistakes in mathematics, right? So while the scores are being tabulated, all the teams, if you're ready, let's show you the scores. Okay, we have a 3rd century of the zonal eliminators. We have 2 of them in the eliminators. I have 1 today. Choitram School is at 20. Gundecha is at 10. Navrachna on the back of those 4 buzzer answers is at 100. Siddhivinayak and Swami Vivekananda, the Mumbai teams are yet to open their account, but all they need is 1 or 2 good answers and back in the reckoning for being in the zonal finals. Last but certainly not least, Winchester International School are on 10, so they also require just 1 good answer to get into the zonal final. So if all the teams are ready, let's put fingers on buzzers. The next question has to do with marine cargo insurance, right? Marine cargo insurance, I'm going to show you something which has to do with all that big list of exclusions in marine cargo. A word has been blanked from the text I need that one word which has been blank, right? If all the teams are ready, question 5 on screen now. Which 10-letter word, meaning the state of being unable to pay the money owed by a person, Navrachana has got their pedal to the floor as they say, what's the answer I'm looking for?
Insolvency.
And what does insolvency mean?
Means the when who's not able to cope up with the financial means due to
That
which.
is correct. When you're unable to pay off your financial dues or liabilities, 20 points to Navrachana. I'm getting tired of saying this. 20 points to Navrachana from Vadodara. Last question to go. Fingers on your buzzers, please. If all the teams are ready, yes. Winchester is laughing. Can you share the joke with us? Zainab? No? Okay.
Sir,
So if
it
all-
was so many times, but
I'm-
where
but-
second,
yes.
we buzzed
I'm
first,
so-
but there was time you still got out Navratna.
I'm so sorry about that. Sometimes a fraction of a second is all it separates between the first and the second. But no matter, there is the last question to go.
No, because in one question we had reached first,
Okay. So
earlier than Navratna.
that will not happen because we see it in the order of buzzing. So if you are earlier than Navrachna, I will never call upon Navrachna first. I will always call the team which goes first on my screen, right? So don't worry, we are very, very transparent and fair when it comes to this quiz in the last 7 years, and we will not change that. Anyways, the last question of the West Zone Eliminator 1. I'm going to show you a logo of an organization or an entity. They have done something in relation to HDFC ERGO as an insurance company. You will see two words blank from the text. I need those two words, right? I don't need you to tell me what the logo belongs to, but the blanks are related to what that logo company has done in relation to HDFC ERGO, right? If all the teams are ready, I need a two-word answer. Question on screen now. What two words fill the blanks, indicating a certain customer friendly? Okay, Vadodara once again. Vadodara, what's the answer I'm looking for?
Claim paying ability.
Claims paying ability. It is 20 points to you. That's 20 points to team 3. And that brings us to the end of the buzzer round. I don't know the scores in my head, but let me remind you the top two teams from this stage. You can mute yourself now, all teams, please. The top two teams from this stage go on to the West Zone final, which for those who are watching us on Facebook and YouTube happens very shortly after the second eliminator is done. So we are looking at the top two teams from the first West Zone eliminator, and that will shortly come up on your screens. Let me remind you, it does not matter whether you finished first or second in this eliminator, because when you go into the zonal final, everybody begins from zero, right? For the teams who have not qualified, I don't know their names yet, but please don't lose heart. In my book, you are already champions because you are the top 12 in the entire Western territories of India. Let's take a look at who the top 6 are and what is the order. Let's have a round of applause for Siddhivinayak English Medium School and Swami Vivekanand High School from Mumbai. Today, they were not able to open their account, but does not matter. I know you're good teams. Please come back stronger next year, and hopefully we will see you progress to the later stages. Two teams on 10. That is the team from Gundecha Educational Academy, ICSE Mumbai, as well as Winchester International English School, Aurangabad. 10 points apiece. Very well done, and kudos to the way you fought through in this quiz. Qualifying second into the West Zone final with a score of 20. Choitram School Indore. Let's give them a round of applause. Representing Choitram School are Aditya Sisodia and Tanish Vyas. You will qualify into the West Zone final by the skin of your teeth, just 10 points separating you. But qualifying into the West Zone final as the winner of this eliminator with 140 points is the team from Navrachna Higher Secondary School, Sama, Vadodara, represented by Saijit Nair and Mahi Shah. Congratulations to Saijit, Mahi, Aditya, and Tanish. I will see you in the West Zone final in less than an hour's time. To all the other teams, my commiserations. I hope you have had fun participating in the elims and this eliminator as well. I will see you stronger and better next year. But for now, from the Quizmaster's desk, don't go anywhere. We'll be back in 5 to 7 minutes with the next zonal eliminator. Everybody who's watching us on social media and YouTube, grab a cup of tea and come right back. Thank you very much.
Student of 9th standard, top of his class, good at studies and winner of all extracurricular activities. Meet Rahul.
हाँ अंकल, आपका मरीन क्लेम इसलिए रिजेक्ट हुआ बिकॉज लॉस और डैमेज ड्यू टू द अनसीवर्दीनेस ऑफ द वेसल इज एक्सक्लूडेड इन योर स्टैंडर्ड मरीन कार्गो पॉलिसी।
राहुल को सभी इंश्योरेंस पॉलिसीज के बारे में पता है। हेल्थ, मोटर, होम, ट्रैवल, सब कुछ। So much that he has become the insurance and risk management guru of our home.
आंटी जी, आपके स्टैंडर्ड्स आपके हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस सब लिमिट से बहुत हाई हैं, जैसे कि आपका हॉस्पिटल रूम रेंट। अच्छा तो क्या करूं? चेंज कर लो ना। जैसे बिना नंबर चेंज किए आप अपना नेटवर्क प्रोवाइडर चेंज कर सकते हैं, वैसे ही कंटिन्यूटी बेनिफिट्स के साथ आप अपना इंश्योरर भी चेंज कर सकते हैं।
Rahul's excellent insurance quotient is quite famous. हर किसी को चाहिए उसकी एडवाइस। अब तो लोग घर पर भी आने लग गए हैं।
अंकल, आपकी बेसिक थर्ड पार्टी लायबिलिटी पॉलिसी रवि भैया के ड्राइविंग लाइसेंस भी नहीं संभाल पाएगी। कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव कार इंश्योरेंस के साथ साथ इंजन एंड गियरबॉक्स प्रोटेक्शन एड ऑन कवर ले लो, बच जाओगे। सेक्रेटरी अंकल, अपने बिल्डिंग में बहुत सारे स्ट्रक्चरल डिफेक्ट्स हैं। एक काम करो, बिल्डर से चेक करो इनहेरेंट डिफेक्ट्स इंश्योरेंस पॉलिसी के बारे में और जल्दी से रिपेयर वर्क शुरू करो। आई एम सो हैप्पी आई एम एबल टू हेल्प एवरीवन अराउंड मी। इट्स लाइक आई फाउंड माय पर्पस।
अरे बेटा, मेरा साइबर सिक्योरिटी।
फिल द ऑनलाइन फॉर्म डैड, बस पेमेंट ही तो करना है। बाय।
आई एम प्राउड ऑफ माय बेटा। आफ्टर विनिंग द HDFC ERGO Insurance Awareness Quiz, winning has become a habit with him. काश हमारे टाइम पे भी ऐसा कोई क्विज होता, मैं भी दे पाता अपने सपनों को हौसलों की उड़ान।
इस क्विज के साथ राहुल जैसे कई स्टूडेंट्स के सपनों को मिलेगी हौसलों की उड़ान। Student of 9th standard, top of his class, good at studies and winner of all extracurricular activities. Meet Rahul.
हाँ अंकल, आपका मरीन क्लेम इसलिए रिजेक्ट हुआ बिकॉज लॉस और डैमेज ड्यू टू द अनसीवर्दीनेस ऑफ द वेसल इज एक्सक्लूडेड इन योर स्टैंडर्ड मरीन कार्गो पॉलिसी।
राहुल को सभी इंश्योरेंस पॉलिसीज के बारे में पता है। हेल्थ, मोटर, होम, ट्रैवल, सब कुछ। So much that he has become the insurance and risk management guru of our home.
आंटी जी, आपके स्टैंडर्ड्स आपके हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस सब लिमिट से बहुत हाई हैं, जैसे कि आपका हॉस्पिटल रूम रेंट। अच्छा तो क्या करूं? चेंज कर लो ना। जैसे बिना नंबर चेंज किए आप अपना नेटवर्क प्रोवाइडर चेंज कर सकते हैं, वैसे ही कंटिन्यूटी बेनिफिट्स के साथ आप अपना इंश्योरर भी चेंज कर सकते हैं।
Rahul's excellent insurance quotient is quite famous. हर किसी को चाहिए उसकी एडवाइस। अब तो लोग घर पर भी आने लग गए हैं।
अंकल, आपकी बेसिक थर्ड पार्टी लायबिलिटी पॉलिसी रवि भैया के ड्राइविंग लाइसेंस भी नहीं संभाल पाएगी। कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव कार इंश्योरेंस के साथ साथ इंजन एंड गियरबॉक्स प्रोटेक्शन एड ऑन कवर ले लो, बच जाओगे। सेक्रेटरी अंकल, अपने बिल्डिंग में बहुत सारे स्ट्रक्चरल डिफेक्ट्स हैं। एक काम करो, बिल्डर से चेक करो इनहेरेंट डिफेक्ट्स इंश्योरेंस पॉलिसी के बारे में और जल्दी से रिपेयर वर्क शुरू करो। आई एम सो हैप्पी आई एम एबल टू हेल्प एवरीवन अराउंड मी। इट्स लाइक आई फाउंड माय पर्पस।
अरे बेटा, मेरा साइबर सिक्योरिटी।
फिल द ऑनलाइन फॉर्म डैड, बस पेमेंट ही तो करना है। बाय।
आई एम प्राउड ऑफ माय बेटा। आफ्टर विनिंग द HDFC ERGO Insurance Awareness Quiz, winning has become a habit with him. काश हमारे टाइम पे भी ऐसा कोई क्विज होता, मैं भी दे पाता अपने सपनों को हौसलों की उड़ान।
इस क्विज के साथ राहुल जैसे कई स्टूडेंट्स के सपनों को मिलेगी हौसलों की उड़ान। Student of ninth standard, top of his class, good at studies and winner of all extracurricular activities. Meet Rahul.
हाँ अंकल, आपका मरीन क्लेम इसलिए रिजेक्ट हुआ बिकॉज लॉस और डैमेज ड्यू टू द अनसीवर्दीनेस ऑफ द वेसल इज एक्सक्लूडेड इन योर स्टैंडर्ड मरीन कार्गो पॉलिसी।
राहुल को सभी इंश्योरेंस पॉलिसीज के बारे में पता है। हेल्थ, मोटर, होम, ट्रैवल, सब कुछ। So much that he has become the insurance and risk management guru of our home.
आंटी जी, आपके स्टैंडर्ड्स आपके हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस सब लिमिट से बहुत हाई हैं, जैसे कि आपका हॉस्पिटल रूम रेंट। अच्छा तो क्या करूं? चेंज कर लो ना। जैसे बिना नंबर चेंज किए आप अपना नेटवर्क प्रोवाइडर चेंज कर सकते हैं, वैसे ही कंटिन्यूटी बेनिफिट्स के साथ आप अपना इंश्योरर भी चेंज कर सकते हैं।
Rahul's excellent insurance quotient is quite famous. हर किसी को चाहिए उसकी एडवाइस। अब तो लोग घर पर भी आने लग गए हैं।
अंकल, आपकी बेसिक थर्ड पार्टी लायबिलिटी पॉलिसी रवि भैया के ड्राइविंग लाइसेंस भी नहीं संभाल पाएगी। कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव कार इंश्योरेंस के साथ साथ इंजन एंड गियरबॉक्स प्रोटेक्शन एड ऑन कवर ले लो, बच जाओगे। सेक्रेटरी अंकल, अपने बिल्डिंग में बहुत सारे स्ट्रक्चरल डिफेक्ट्स हैं। एक काम करो, बिल्डर से चेक करो इनहेरेंट डिफेक्ट्स इंश्योरेंस पॉलिसी के बारे में और जल्दी से रिपेयर वर्क शुरू करो। आई एम सो हैप्पी आई एम एबल टू हेल्प एवरीवन अराउंड मी। इट्स लाइक आई फाउंड माय पर्पस।
अरे बेटा, मेरा साइबर सिक्योरिटी
फिल द ऑनलाइन फॉर्म डैड, बस पेमेंट ही तो करना है। बाय।
आई एम प्राउड ऑफ माय बेटा आफ्टर विनिंग द HDFC ERGO Insurance Awareness Quiz. Winning has become a habit with him. काश हमारे टाइम पे भी ऐसा कोई क्विज होता, मैं भी दे पाता अपने सपनों को हौसलों की उड़ान।
इस क्विज के साथ राहुल जैसे कई स्टूडेंट्स के सपनों को मिलेगी हौसलों की उड़ान। Student of ninth standard, top of his class, good at studies and winner of all extracurricular activities. Meet Rahul.
हाँ अंकल, आपका मरीन क्लेम इसलिए रिजेक्ट हुआ बिकॉज लॉस और डैमेज ड्यू टू द अनसीवर्दीनेस ऑफ द वेसल इज एक्सक्लूडेड इन योर स्टैंडर्ड मरीन कार्गो पॉलिसी।
राहुल को सभी इंश्योरेंस पॉलिसीज के बारे में पता है। हेल्थ, मोटर, होम, ट्रैवल, सब कुछ। So much that he has become the insurance and risk management guru of our home.
आंटी जी, आपके स्टैंडर्ड्स आपके हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस सब लिमिट से बहुत हाई हैं, जैसे कि आपका हॉस्पिटल रूम रेंट। अच्छा तो क्या करूं? चेंज कर लो ना। जैसे बिना नंबर चेंज किए आप अपना नेटवर्क प्रोवाइडर चेंज कर सकते हैं, वैसे ही कंटिन्यूटी बेनिफिट्स के साथ आप अपना इंश्योरर भी चेंज कर सकते हैं।
Rahul's excellent insurance quotient is quite famous. हर किसी को चाहिए उसकी एडवाइस। अब तो लोग घर पर भी आने लग गए हैं।
अंकल, आपकी बेसिक थर्ड पार्टी लायबिलिटी पॉलिसी रवि भैया के ड्राइविंग लाइसेंस भी नहीं संभाल पाएगी। कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव कार इंश्योरेंस के साथ साथ इंजन एंड गियरबॉक्स प्रोटेक्शन एड ऑन कवर ले लो, बच जाओगे। सेक्रेटरी अंकल, अपने बिल्डिंग में बहुत सारे स्ट्रक्चरल डिफेक्ट्स हैं। एक काम।
Your life, sir.
Hello and welcome back once again to the West Zonal rounds of the HDFC ERGO Insurance Awareness Award Junior 2022, India's largest and only insurance quiz of its kind for schools. A little while back, we saw 6 young teams in the first West Zone eliminator fight tooth and nail to identify the first 2 finalists who went through into the West Zone final. And now we are on the threshold of finding 2 more finalists to join the teams who have already made it there. I have in front of me 6 young teams from across the length and breadth of Western India who have already proved their mettle by being in the top 12 in India's West Zone. In the next 20-25 minutes, I'm going to take you through 2 quick fire rounds of 6 questions each, which will identify two new teams who will go through into the West Zone final, which will take place immediately after this eliminator is over. But that is a bridge too far. For now, let us take a look at the road which brought us here. This year, we went across to 1,170 schools across almost all the states and union territories of India, went to 110 plus cities and reached out, connected to 3 lakh plus students. All this for insurance and all this for making sure कि जो हौसलों की उड़ान है वो हमेशा बरकरार रहनी चाहिए. What happens from here onwards? We have a zonal eliminator today in which we saw 12 teams being identified, 6 each in each zonal eliminator to culminate in a zonal final for the top 4 teams of West Zone. The zonal final will give us one zonal champion. Already the North Zone has given a zonal champion who has qualified directly into the national final. Today's West Zone champion will join them in the national final to take place a couple of weeks from now. The person or the team who comes second in today's West Zone final will go into a lucky draw along with the 3 other zones runners-up, and they stand a 50-50 chance of joining the 4 zonal champions in the national final that will follow. In the national final, we will identify the champion team for this year, followed by the first runners-up and the second runners-up. But for now, I need to tell you what I have in store for you if you achieve success in the zonals. The zonal winner gets a trophy for their school, and more sweeter, they qualify directly into the national final. The zonal runners-up team, of course, goes into a lucky loser draw, and they have a 50-50 chance of making it as well. What happens in the national final? Lots and lots of prizes. These are your prizes for the national final. The team which wins this year, the top of the heap for 2022, they will win themselves 1.5 lakh rupees worth of prizes between the 2 students and a further 1 lakh rupees and a further 75,000 rupees worth of prizes for their school. The team which comes second nationally win themselves 1 lakh rupees worth of prizes between the 2 students and a further 50,000 rupees worth of prizes for their school, while the team which comes third nationally wins 50,000 rupees worth of prizes between the 2 students and a further 25,000 rupees worth of prizes for their school. The teams which finish 4th, 5th and 6th in the nationals, each team wins themselves 20,000 rupees worth of prizes between the 2 teammates and a further 10,000 rupees worth of prizes for their school. That's a prize kitty in excess of 4 lakh rupees. If that does not prompt you and drive you to succeed, I don't know what else will. But that is weeks from now. Before that, we need to go through a West Zone eliminator for the second time and see who lie in wait for us on the other side. These then are your teams in the West Zone eliminator 2. I will call them out one by one. I'll introduce the teams to you as well. At team 1, please note your team numbers carefully, so don't speak out of turn when we are answering. At team 1, representing Jain International School, Aurangabad, are Arnav Chajed and Aryan Dalvi. Arnav and Aryan, welcome to the quiz. At team 2, representing Narayan E-Techno School, Mumbai, we have Shreyas Joshi and Yashmita Jangid. Shreyas and Yashmita, welcome to the quiz. At team 3, representing New Era Senior Secondary School, Vadodara, we have Darshi Vakharia and Akriti Behure. Darshi and Akriti, welcome to the quiz. At team 4, representing Padmavati Venkatesh High School, Mumbai, we have Avni Koha and Akshata Karandekar. Avni and Akshata, welcome to the quiz.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. At team number 5, from Aurangabad again, St. John English School are team 5. Representing them are Kaustubh Bhangle and Mohini Padaswar. Kaustubh and Mohini, welcome to the quiz. Last but certainly not the least, representing St. Xavier's High School, Mumbai, team 6 is St. Xavier's. Representing them, Moksh Dave and Darji Chinmay. Moksh and Darji, welcome to the quiz. Thank you. Very, very nice and pleasant young faces in front of me. So let's give them something to compete with. We will straight away show you the rules. But before that, a quick request to everybody who's participating. Please make sure that your mobile phones are off. The only devices should be that laptop or the computer on which you're logged on. Please make sure there's nobody else in the room with you. Teachers, parents, elder siblings, seniors, everybody else should be out of the room for the next half an hour, and your own mobile phones, if any, should be off, right? These then are your rules for the eliminator. The roadmap is this: 2 rounds, 12 questions, that's 6 questions apiece. I will explain the rules for each round to you before the round begins. And one rule which we will follow across this quiz is that all teams will remain on silent until I call them to speak out, right? So you will be on mute. Only when I call upon your team name or number, you will unmute and you will answer. Please do not answer out of turn. If you answer out of turn, I'll be forced to give you a -10 because you're taking away somebody else's chance. So wait for me to call out your name. We will announce the scores at the end of round 1 and with 2 questions to go in round 2. And then, of course, at the end of the quiz itself. Let me remind you, the top 2 teams from here qualify into the West Zone final, which for the people watching us on Facebook Live and YouTube will happen shortly after this eliminator ends. So within an hour or 15 minutes from now, we will have ourselves a West Zone champion. One quick wish from me to all of you before we begin. May your minds always be insured against incorrect answers, not just now, but forever in your lives. If all the teams are ready, let us quickly go into round 1. These are your rules. Round 1 is what we call preambles. There will be 6 insurance questions which will pass via infinite bounds. What does infinite bounds mean? Very simple. Each correct answer is worth 10 points. If I ask team 1 a question and unfortunately they cannot answer or they give a wrong answer, there are no negative marks in this round. We will pass that question to team 2 with the full 10 points intact. If team 2 gives me the answer correctly, I give them the 10 points and the next question will go to the next team, which is team 3. Why do we do this? So that no team will ever get 2 questions in succession, one after the other. If you get points for a question, the points will be yours, but the next question goes to the next team, right? What happens if none of the teams answer a question? Very rare, seeing the caliber of these young minds. But if that happens, we go all the way across, no one answers, I give out the answer to the teams, and then we go back to the same team from where we started. We will do this for only 2 consecutive questions. If it happens a third time consecutively, I will not go back to the same team, I will go to the next team, right? Do ensure your cameras are on at all times. That is a mandatory requirement. And do ensure that for this round, your microphones are muted until I tell you to answer. So wish you all the very best. May the insurance gods and goddesses smile upon you. Let's take a look at question 1 for team 1, Jan International School. Long question, read carefully. The principle of insurable interest states that the person getting an insurance policy must have an insurable interest in the property or life being insured. In the case of life insurance, it reduces moral hazard because a person cannot then take life insurance on another person and pray for that person to die. So because of the principle of insurable interest, this cannot happen and moral hazard is taken care of in life insurance. In the case of general insurance contracts, I want you to tell me what kind of hazard or bad habit does the principle of insurable interest help in preventing? Team 1, Jan International School. Because you cannot take out insurance on anything or anybody that you feel like in general insurance. The principle of insurable interest prevents a very bad habit or a moral hazard from happening. Which habit or which hazard am I talking about?
Sir, in principle of insurable interest, we should have in pecuniary interest in the object we're insuring. So,
Okay.
like, if it is of like another person, we might like say it's bad things, and like we think that their accident should happen. So, like, that is the thing. So,
Okay, that
like,
is what I've
inform
already explained for
insurance.
life insurance. I'm looking for a one word, a key word in the case of general insurance. Which habit or which bad thing is prevented in general insurance because of the principle of insurable interest? No? All right. We will move across to team two. Team two, Narayan E Techno School. What bad habit am I talking about?
Hello, sir.
Team two, Narayan E Techno. Yes.
Yes. Sir, gambling.
Gambling it is, that is correct. In the case of general insurance, it helps to prevent the habit or the hazard of gambling, because otherwise tomorrow I might see the Taj Mahal and take out property insurance on it and then gamble that something will happen, the Taj Mahal will fall down and I will get money from it, right? So that's a gamble that I will do when I have no insurable interest, so to speak, in the Taj Mahal or any other building which does not belong to me for that matter. But 10 points belong to team 2. So now Narayan E Techno School gets 10. The next question goes to team 3, New Era. According to Indian laws, it is mandatory for all vehicles registered by the RTO and plying on a public road to be covered under a type of insurance which covers liability on account of bodily injury and or property damage and pays for what you're financially responsible for after an accident. What two-word term best describes such a policy? This is for team 3.
Sir, third party policy.
Not third party policy. I'm going to move to team 4. Team 4 is Padmavati Venkatesh. What am I looking for? Two-word answer. Past question, so I need to rush you a little bit.
Health insurance?
Not health insurance. Moving across to St. John. St. John English School, Aurangabad. What am I looking for?
Liability only policy?
Liability only policy is what I was looking for. There is so much of liability mentioned in that question. 10 points, a good 10 points to team 5. St. John gets 10. The next question will go to St. Xavier's from Mumbai. Here's your question. This specialized type of insurance is concerned with the cover of ships and other ocean-going vessels, including the watertight body or enclosure of the ship, the machinery that is on board, etc., etc. Which specific type of insurance is this? I need a very exact two-word answer. Both words need to be correct. St. Xavier's, your question.
Marine cargo insurance?
Marine cargo insurance. I will move across to team 1. Team 1, Jain International School. What am I looking for?
Sir, marine hull insurance.
Marine hull insurance it is. The enclosed watertight body or enclosure of a ship is called a hull. The machinery on board also comes under marine hull. Marine cargo, St. Xavier's, is the goods or consignments that are being carried by the ships. Marine hull is a very good answer. 10 points to 10 points to Jain International School from Aurangabad. The next question will go to team 2, Narayan E Techno. This is your question. Two of the major exclusions in a standard motor insurance policy are as follows. Loss when the vehicle is driven under the influence of intoxicating liquor or drugs, and loss when the vehicle is driven by a person without a valid driving license. What you have to tell me, Narayani Techno, is why are these two automatically excluded in motor insurance?
Sir, because these two are illegal.
Okay, and because they're illegal, what happens?
Sir, it cannot be claimed in court.
That is correct. Very, very nice. Such a beautifully confident and understated answer. It is because these two activities are illegal as per the law of the land. And in insurance contracts, the insurance company will never pay out a claim if the action or the situation in which that occurred was illegal or not according to the law of the land. Very, very nice answer by Narayan E. Techno. 10 points to you. The fifth question of this round will go to New Era Senior Secondary School, Vadodara. This is your question. In a third-party motor insurance policy, if the third party being referred to is any random person who gets hit by the insured vehicle, then who or what are the first party and the second party? I need both parts correct. This is not the where's the party tonight kind of question. This is the insurance kind of party question. This is for New Era Senior Secondary School. Who or what are the first party and the second party?
So here the first party is the insured person and the second party is the insurer or the insurance company.
That is correct. The third party is that random person who is not a part of the contract but who gets affected by that accident or mishap. The first party and the second party are the insured and the insurer themselves. Very nice answer. I think these kind of answers are the reason why HDFC ERGO started this quiz in the first place. That had catch them young, as Narasimhan sir rightfully said. The fundamentals of insurance and the principles of good insurance should be inculcated in young minds at a very, very young age. And all 12 of you are showing how well you have imbibed those principles of insurance. Very nice, 10 points to you. And the last question of this round will go to Padmavati Venkatesh High School from Mumbai. This is your question. In medical insurance, many different costs associated with the medical treatment of the insured are covered, such as mainly expenses incurred for room and blank, fees for the services of doctors, costs for medicines, blood, etc., pre and post hospitalization charges. The two blanks that are seen in the first point, they're commonly seen in cases where surgery is needed. Which two-word term fills the blank? This is for Padmavati Venkatesh High School. I'll give you a little bit of time. Read the question. Expenses incurred for room and blank. This is normally seen, that blank is normally seen in cases where surgery is required. That's a clue. Yes, team 4. I will give you 5 seconds more. This is for Padmavati Venkatesh High School, Avani and Akshata. What are those two words that are blank?
Operation theater, OPD.
Operation theater is correct. OT or operation theater. Good catch on the surgery clue. If you don't get surgically operated upon, why will you need an operation theater, right? Very, very nice. 10 points to Padmavati Venkatesh High School to finish off this round. We will show you the scores at the end of round 1. But while we show you the scores, a very interesting thing, since Operation Theatre came up, something that I wanted to share with all of you, a very interesting thing. Do any of you know why an Operation Theatre is called an Operation Theatre? Any idea? This won't get you points, but this will earn you a big round of applause from me and my team. If you can tell me why do they call it a theater? No? All right, let me share with you. In the old days when surgery was very, very new and it was a very strange thing, the room where the surgery was performed, it actually used to have a complete balcony or a terrace running around its sides, in which people would pay and come to watch the surgery being performed. So it was actually like a theater where you would go to see a movie or a play. And from then onwards, instead of calling it a surgery room or a surgery, or a surgical room, we call it a operation theater, because originally it was meant to be a spectacle, like a movie or a play, right? The scores are ready. Let's show you the scores at the end of round 1. Oh, lovely. Except for one team, St. Xavier's, you really need to buck up and start scoring. Everybody has scored. This eliminator is turning out to be a tight affair. 10 points apiece to Jain International, New Era, Padmavati, and St. John. At this moment, with a slender lead of 10 points, On 20 points is Narayan E Techno School Mumbai, but really nothing separating all the 6 teams. There is a buzzer round to come. So let's go quickly and show you the rules for the buzzer round. This is the round that we call risks and premiums. 6 questions, all on the buzzer, all about insurance. All the teams can buzz if they see the question and they feel that they know the answer, but you will not answer until I identify which was the first team to buzz, and then they will unmute themselves and answer. In fact, what I will request all the teams is, please unmute all the teams. All the teams, you can unmute yourself so that we can hear what is going on. Only for this round. Is everybody unmuted? All the teams unmuted? Great.
Yes, sir.
Great. So let me tell you what the rules are for scoring. If you press the buzzer and I call out your team name and you give me the right answer, plus 20. If you are unable to give me the answer or the answer is wrong, it's a minus 10. If you answer out of turn before I have called out your team name, that's a minus 10 as well, because we need to give everybody a fair chance. And the questions will all come up on screen in front of you. You do not have to wait for me to finish speaking. You can buzz as soon as you see the question. But once somebody buzzes, I will stop talking and I will immediately tell that team to give me the answer. Please remember, your mics are unmuted, so do not answer out of turn. Wait for me to call out your name. The buzzer is that big red circle on the top right of your screen. So please move your cursors there, the pointers there. We will do a quick buzzer check. I will show you a dummy question. Fingers on your buzzers. I want all teams, when the question comes up on screen, the dummy question, I want all teams to buzz so that I know that your buzzers are connected, right? Dummy question for a trial coming up on screen now. Okay, let's quickly see how many teams have buzzed. Aurangabad, Narayan E Techno, St. Xavier's, New Era, SJES Aurangabad, and okay. Everybody has buzzed. All 6 teams have buzzed. But the team which buzzed the fastest is from Aurangabad, and let's see which team from Aurangabad. Jain International School. What do you think ECGC stands for?
Sir, Export Credit and Guarantee Corporation.
That is correct. I cannot give you points because this was a trial question, but this is how the questions will flow. Before the question comes up, I will tell you that what is going to come up is a picture or a text. I want a one-word answer, or I want a big long sentence as an answer, so that you know something about the question, right? So if all the teams are ready, let's reset the buzzers. Okay, fingers on your buzzers. The question that is going to come up will tell you about something to do with motor insurance. I want you to tell me what fills the blank. Something has been blanked out. I want you to tell me what fills the blank. And remember, we are talking about motor insurance. Okay, fingers on your buzzers. Question on screen now. What 3-letter acronym fills the blank? Let's go up and see who has buzzed the fastest. This is Narayan E Techno School, Mumbai. So tell me quickly what's the answer.
So the answer is IDV, Insured Declare Value.
That is the right answer. Narayan E Techno School, start this off with a bang. 20 points to you. Insured Declared Value, or IDV, is the amount for which the vehicle is insured, and it represents the maximum liability of the insurance company in the event of a total loss. Let's reset the buzzers. Very, very nice going. 20 points to Narayan E Techno. The next question is a longish. Let's reset the buzzers, please. All right. The next question is a slightly long question. It's all text. This is something that happens after a claim is filed. I'll tell you what happens after the claim is filed. You have to tell me by virtue of what principle or what funda does the insurer do, whatever you see on screen, right? Fingers on your buzzers. Question coming up now. By what legal right can the insurer okay the NESS Vadodara New Era Senior Secondary School quickly? What's the answer?
Subrogation.
Principle of subrogation is correct. 20 points to New Era Senior Secondary School Vadodara. Very, very nice. Please reset the buzzers. The next question is going to be a text question again. I am going to tell you about something to do with motor vehicle insurance policies, something that does not happen when we look at motor vehicle insurance policies. You have to tell me why so. Why is it that something does not happen, right? Clear? Fingers on your buzzers. Question coming up now. In a standard motor vehicle insurance policy, okay, Narayan E Techno. This is a ding dong between Narayan E Techno and New Era. So Narayan E Techno, quickly, why do they do this?
Sir, depreciation.
Okay, depreciation is the exact technical reason. That's unfortunately a -10. The next team is Saint Xavier's Mumbai. Saint Xavier's, what's the answer?
Sir, because it is not due to a direct accident.
That is the answer I was looking for, because it is not due to accident. This is turning out to be a really fair fight between everybody buzzing. 20 points to St. Xavier's from Mumbai. That's a -10, unfortunately, to Narayan E Techno, but never mind, you had picked up a 20, so you're still in the hunt. Let's reset the buzzers for everybody. The next question is again a text-based question. I am going to tell you something about motor insurance. What you have to tell me is what you will see in the big bold black that you see on screen, right? I really can't tell you more about it, but I'm looking for one proper noun in that answer, right? So one proper noun has to be there. Let's show you the question. In a standard motor insurance policy, any accident, all right, St. Xavier's again. St. Xavier's, what am I looking for?
Sir, India.
India is correct. The specified geographical area for any standard motor insurance policy in India is the territory of India. Mahan indeed. 20 points to St. Xavier's. Let's reset the buzzer. We are at the end of 4 questions now, so we are going to show you the scores at the end of 4 questions with 2 more questions to go. Let me remind you, 2 teams from this eliminator go through into the West Zone Finals. So even if you're not leading, even if you're not first, please don't lose heart. All you need to do is be in the top 2. I always like to remind my students about this very, very funny story about 2 friends who are out hiking in the forest. All of a sudden, a hungry tiger jumps in front of them. So one of the friends takes out running shoes from his bag and starts to put them on. The other friend says, "Are you crazy? There is no way you're going to outrun the tiger." So the running shoes person says, "Who wants to outrun the tiger? All I want to do is outrun you." So in the same way, you don't really need to outrun the first team. You need to outrun 4 other teams and be in the top 2, right? So the top 2 teams from here go into the zonal final. There are 2 more questions to go. This is just a reality check for all of you, so that if you want to take more risk or take less risk in the last 2 questions, you can strategize, right? Very, very good. Let's show you the scores.
Top of his class, good at studies, and winner of all extracurricular activities.
Quickly go, fingers on buzzers. Question number 5 is going to be a text question which talks about something to do with agricultural insurance. I will show you a certain thing. You have to tell me what that thing stands for. You will see that big black, big black bold letter. That is what you will have to do. One quick request: everybody should be on unmute. Padmavati Venkatesh, please unmute yourself. Thank you so much. And one more team. St. Xavier's. Okay, very nice. Everybody should be on unmute. I don't want the mics muted. Question coming up on your screen now. Okay, let me look at the first team to buzz quickly. Let's go up. New, so Vadodara, NESS Vadodara, New Era Senior Secondary School. What am I looking for?
Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare.
That is the right answer. Very, very bright girls from Vadodara. Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare is kind of runs the Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana, which was launched in February 2016. 20 points to New Era Senior Secondary School Vadodara. How crucial is this going to be when it comes to the West Zone final? Only time will tell. Let's reset the buzzers for now. All right. Let's reset the buzzers. My team. We will wait. Is everybody unmuted? All teams are unmuted. Great. This is the last question of the West Zone Eliminator. 2 teams will go on from here into the West Zone final. I don't know about the people who are watching us on Facebook and YouTube, but I've got the chills with excitement. The next question is going to be a big image or a photo along with some text next to it. This is something to do with travel insurance. What you have to tell me is what you are seeing in that photo, and I will not give points unless you give me a very specific answer. Right? Travel insurance, question coming up on screen now. Let's take a look at the buzzer. Was the insured justified in rejecting the claim, and why? St. Xavier's School, was the insurer justified in rejecting Mr. Atul Patil's claim, and why?
Because it was a hazardous sport, which is bungee jumping. Therefore, it was rejected.
Can you repeat that, please, St. Xavier's?
Yes, the insurer has rejected because it is a hazardous sport, which is not included. It is bungee jumping.
That is the right answer. I don't know what else I could have asked you. You identified the activity. You identified the fact that a hazardous sport, participation in a hazardous sport or activity is not covered under the standard travel insurance policy. And yes, the insurer in this case would be fully justified in rejecting Mr. Atul Patil's claim. So that was bungee jumping, very exciting, adrenaline-filled sport. I think you are a little too young to take part, but when you grow older, if your parents allow, please do make sure you see something like this. That brings us to the end of the West Zone Eliminator. I have been through 4 eliminators so far, 2 in the North Zone, 2 in the West Zone. Let me tell you, I do not know how the scoreboard looks, but you 16 are my favorites so far this year. You made this such a delightfully exciting contest. All of you so very well prepared, and the best part is all 12 places so full of cheer and optimism. I think Oslo Ki Udan is not just something that we talk about, it is what you embody and show us on screen. Let us show on screen what the scores are, and these are your scores.
Tie. 40-40.
Okay, let's take a look at the scores. We have 3 teams on 10. Jain International School Aurangabad, Padmavati Venkatesh High School Mumbai, and St. John English School all on 10. Round of applause for all 3. You will not unfortunately be making it into the West Zone final, but very well fought. 20 points ahead of them is the team from Narayan P Techno School Mumbai, who have 30 points. That first buzzer question that they answered took them to 30. That also, this is such a closely fought eliminator. That also is unfortunately not enough to get you into the West Zone final. My commiserations, but making it into the final, separated by only 10 points. The first team that goes to New Era Senior Secondary School Vadodara with 50 points. You will join the 2 finalists waiting for you from Eliminator 1. And winning this eliminator and going into the West Zone final as well, 60 points, St. Xavier's High School Mumbai. Congratulations, St. Xavier's.
Student of 9th standard, top of his class, good at studies and winner of all extracurricular activities. Meet Rahul.
हाँ अंकल, आपका मरीन क्लेम इसलिए रिजेक्ट हुआ बिकॉज लॉस और डैमेज ड्यू टू द अनसीवर्दीनेस ऑफ द वेसल इज एक्सक्लूडेड इन योर स्टैंडर्ड मरीन कार्गो पॉलिसी।
राहुल को सभी इंश्योरेंस पॉलिसीज के बारे में पता है। हेल्थ, मोटर, होम, ट्रैवल, सब कुछ। So much that he has become the insurance and risk management guru of our home.
आंटी जी, आपके स्टैंडर्ड्स आपके हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस सब लिमिट से बहुत हाई हैं, जैसे कि आपका हॉस्पिटल रूम रेंट। अच्छा तो क्या करूं? चेंज कर लो ना। जैसे बिना नंबर चेंज किए आप अपना नेटवर्क प्रोवाइडर चेंज कर सकते हैं, वैसे ही कंटिन्यूटी बेनिफिट्स के साथ आप अपना इंश्योरर भी चेंज कर सकते हैं।
Rahul's excellent insurance quotient is quite famous. हर किसी को चाहिए उसकी एडवाइस। अब तो लोग घर पर भी आने लग गए हैं।
अंकल, आपकी बेसिक थर्ड पार्टी लायबिलिटी पॉलिसी रवि भैया के ड्राइविंग लाइसेंस भी नहीं संभाल पाएगी। कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव कार इंश्योरेंस के साथ साथ इंजन एंड गियरबॉक्स प्रोटेक्शन एड ऑन कवर ले लो, बच जाओगे।
And winner of all extracurricular activities. Meet Rahul.
हाँ अंकल, आपका मरीन क्लेम इसलिए रिजेक्ट हुआ बिकॉज लॉस और डैमेज ड्यू टू द अनसीवर्दीनेस ऑफ द वेसल इज एक्सक्लूडेड इन योर स्टैंडर्ड मरीन कार्गो पॉलिसी।
राहुल को सभी इंश्योरेंस पॉलिसीज के बारे में पता है। हेल्थ, मोटर, होम, ट्रैवल, सब कुछ। So much that he has become the insurance and risk management guru of our home.
आंटी जी, आपके स्टैंडर्ड्स आपके हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस सब लिमिट से बहुत हाई हैं, जैसे कि आपका हॉस्पिटल रूम रेंट। अच्छा तो क्या करूं? चेंज कर लो ना। जैसे बिना नंबर चेंज किए आप अपना नेटवर्क प्रोवाइडर चेंज कर सकते हैं, वैसे ही कंटिन्यूटी बेनिफिट्स के साथ आप अपना इंश्योरर भी चेंज कर सकते हैं।
Rahul's excellent insurance quotient is quite famous. हर किसी को चाहिए उसकी एडवाइस। अब तो लोग घर पर भी आने लग गए हैं।
अंकल, आपकी बेसिक थर्ड पार्टी लायबिलिटी पॉलिसी रवि भैया के ड्राइविंग लाइसेंस भी नहीं संभाल पाएगी। कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव कार इंश्योरेंस के साथ साथ इंजन एंड गियरबॉक्स प्रोटेक्शन एड ऑन कवर ले लो, बच जाओगे। सेक्रेटरी अंकल, अपने बिल्डिंग में बहुत सारे स्ट्रक्चरल डिफेक्ट्स हैं। एक काम करो, बिल्डर से चेक करो इनहेरेंट डिफेक्ट्स इंश्योरेंस पॉलिसी के बारे में और जल्दी से रिपेयर वर्क शुरू करवाओ। आई एम सो हैप्पी आई एम एबल टू हेल्प एवरीवन अराउंड मी। इट्स लाइक आई फाउंड माय पर्पस।
अरे बेटा, मेरा साइबर सिक्योरिटी
फिल दी ऑनलाइन फॉर्म डैड, बस पेमेंट ही तो करना है। बाय।
आई एम प्राउड ऑफ माय बेटा आफ्टर विनिंग द HDFC ERGO Insurance Awareness Quiz. Winning has become a habit with him. काश हमारे टाइम पे भी ऐसा कोई क्विज होता, मैं भी दे पाता अपने सपनों को हौसलों की उड़ान।
इस क्विज के साथ राहुल जैसे कई स्टूडेंट्स के सपनों को मिलेगी हौसलों की उड़ान। Student of 9th standard, top of his class, good at studies and winner of all extracurricular activities. Meet Rahul.
हाँ अंकल, आपका मरीन क्लेम इसलिए रिजेक्ट हुआ बिकॉज लॉस और डैमेज ड्यू टू द अनसीवर्दीनेस ऑफ द वेसल इज एक्सक्लूडेड इन योर स्टैंडर्ड मरीन कार्गो पॉलिसी।
राहुल को सभी इंश्योरेंस पॉलिसीज के बारे में पता है। हेल्थ, मोटर, होम, ट्रैवल, सब कुछ। So much that he has become the insurance and risk management guru of our home.
आंटी जी, आपके स्टैंडर्ड्स आपके हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस सब लिमिट से बहुत हाई हैं, जैसे कि आपका हॉस्पिटल रूम रेंट। अच्छा तो क्या करूं? चेंज कर लो ना। जैसे बिना नंबर चेंज किए आप अपना नेटवर्क प्रोवाइडर चेंज कर सकते हैं, वैसे ही कंटिन्यूटी बेनिफिट्स के साथ आप अपना इंश्योरर भी चेंज कर सकते हैं।
Rahul's excellent insurance quotient is quite famous. हर किसी को चाहिए उसकी एडवाइस। अब तो लोग घर पर भी आने लग गए हैं।
अंकल, आपकी बेसिक थर्ड पार्टी लायबिलिटी पॉलिसी रवि भैया के ड्राइविंग लाइसेंस भी नहीं संभाल पाएगी। कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव कार इंश्योरेंस के साथ साथ इंजन एंड गियरबॉक्स प्रोटेक्शन एड ऑन कवर ले लो, बच जाओगे। सेक्रेटरी अंकल, अपने बिल्डिंग में बहुत सारे स्ट्रक्चरल डिफेक्ट्स हैं। एक काम करो, बिल्डर से चेक करो इनहेरेंट डिफेक्ट्स इंश्योरेंस पॉलिसी के बारे में और जल्दी से रिपेयर वर्क शुरू करवाओ। आई एम सो हैप्पी आई एम एबल टू हेल्प एवरीवन अराउंड मी। इट्स लाइक आई फाउंड माय पर्पस।
अरे बेटा, मेरा साइबर सिक्योरिटी
फिल द ऑनलाइन फॉर्म डैड, बस पेमेंट ही तो करना है। बाय।
आई एम प्राउड ऑफ माय बेटा आफ्टर विनिंग द HDFC ERGO Insurance Awareness Quiz. Winning has become a habit with him. काश हमारे टाइम पे भी ऐसा कोई क्विज होता, मैं भी दे पाता अपने सपनों को हौसलों की उड़ान।
इस क्विज के साथ राहुल जैसे कई स्टूडेंट्स के सपनों को मिलेगी हौसलों की उड़ान। Student of 9th standard, top of his class, good at studies and winner of all extracurricular activities. Meet Rahul.
हाँ अंकल, आपका मरीन क्लेम इसलिए रिजेक्ट हुआ बिकॉज लॉस और डैमेज ड्यू टू द अनसीवर्दीनेस ऑफ द वेसल इज एक्सक्लूडेड इन योर स्टैंडर्ड मरीन कार्गो पॉलिसी।
राहुल को सभी इंश्योरेंस पॉलिसीज के बारे में पता है। हेल्थ, मोटर, होम, ट्रैवल, सब कुछ। So much that he has become the insurance and risk management guru of our home.
आंटी जी, आपके स्टैंडर्ड्स आपके हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस सब लिमिट से बहुत हाई हैं, जैसे कि आपका हॉस्पिटल रूम रेंट। अच्छा तो क्या करूं? चेंज कर लो ना। जैसे बिना नंबर चेंज किए आप अपना नेटवर्क प्रोवाइडर चेंज कर सकते हैं, वैसे ही कंटिन्यूटी बेनिफिट्स के साथ आप अपना इंश्योरर भी चेंज कर सकते हैं।
Rahul's excellent insurance quotient is quite famous. हर किसी को चाहिए उसकी एडवाइस। अब तो लोग घर पर भी आने लग गए हैं।
अंकल, आपकी बेसिक थर्ड पार्टी लायबिलिटी पॉलिसी रवि भैया के ड्राइविंग लाइसेंस भी नहीं संभाल पाएगी। कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव कार इंश्योरेंस के साथ साथ इंजन एंड गियरबॉक्स प्रोटेक्शन एड ऑन कवर ले लो, बच जाओगे। सेक्रेटरी अंकल, अपने बिल्डिंग में बहुत सारे स्ट्रक्चरल डिफेक्ट्स हैं। एक काम करो, बिल्डर से चेक करो इनहेरेंट डिफेक्ट्स इंश्योरेंस पॉलिसी के बारे में और जल्दी से रिपेयर वर्क शुरू करवाओ। आई एम सो हैप्पी आई एम एबल टू हेल्प एवरीवन अराउंड मी। इट्स लाइक आई फाउंड माय पर्पस।
अरे बेटा, मेरा साइबर सिक्योरिटी
फिल द ऑनलाइन फॉर्म डैड, बस पेमेंट ही तो करना है। बाय।
आई एम प्राउड ऑफ माय बेटा आफ्टर विनिंग द HDFC ERGO Insurance Awareness Quiz. Winning has become a habit with him. काश हमारे टाइम पे भी ऐसा कोई क्विज होता, मैं भी दे पाता अपने सपनों को हौसलों की उड़ान।
इस क्विज के साथ राहुल जैसे कई स्टूडेंट्स के सपनों को मिलेगी हौसलों की उड़ान। Student of 9th standard, top of his class, good at studies and winner of all extracurricular activities. Meet Rahul.
हाँ अंकल, आपका मरीन क्लेम इसलिए रिजेक्ट हुआ बिकॉज लॉस और डैमेज ड्यू टू द अनसीवर्दीनेस ऑफ द वेसल इज एक्सक्लूडेड इन योर स्टैंडर्ड मरीन कार्गो पॉलिसी।
राहुल को सभी इंश्योरेंस पॉलिसीज के बारे में पता है। हेल्थ, मोटर, होम, ट्रैवल, सब कुछ। So much that he has become the insurance and risk management guru of our home.
आंटी जी, आपके स्टैंडर्ड्स आपके हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस सब लिमिट से बहुत हाई हैं, जैसे कि आपका हॉस्पिटल रूम रेंट। अच्छा तो क्या करूं? चेंज कर लो ना। जैसे बिना नंबर चेंज किए आप अपना नेटवर्क प्रोवाइडर चेंज कर सकते हैं, वैसे ही कंटिन्यूटी बेनिफिट्स के साथ आप अपना इंश्योरर भी चेंज कर सकते हैं।
Rahul's excellent insurance quotient is quite famous. हर किसी को चाहिए उसकी एडवाइस। अब तो लोग घर पर भी आने लग गए हैं।
अंकल, आपकी बेसिक थर्ड पार्टी लायबिलिटी पॉलिसी रवि भैया के ड्राइविंग लाइसेंस भी नहीं संभाल पाएगी। कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव कार इंश्योरेंस के साथ साथ इंजन एंड गियरबॉक्स प्रोटेक्शन एड ऑन कवर ले लो, बच जाओगे। सेक्रेटरी अंकल, अपने बिल्डिंग में बहुत सारे स्ट्रक्चरल डिफेक्ट्स हैं। एक काम करो, बिल्डर से चेक करो इनहेरेंट डिफेक्ट्स इंश्योरेंस पॉलिसी के बारे में और जल्दी से रिपेयर वर्क शुरू करवाओ। आई एम सो हैप्पी आई एम एबल टू हेल्प एवरीवन अराउंड मी। इट्स लाइक आई फाउंड माय पर्पस।
अरे बेटा मेरा साइबर सिक्योरिटी।
फिल द ऑनलाइन फॉर्म डैड, बस पेमेंट ही तो करना है। बाय।
आई एम प्राउड ऑफ माय बेटा आफ्टर विनिंग द HDFC ERGO Insurance Awareness Quiz. Winning has become a habit with him. काश हमारे टाइम पे भी ऐसा कोई क्विज होता, मैं भी दे पाता अपने सपनों को हौसलों की उड़ान।
इस क्विज के साथ राहुल जैसे कई स्टूडेंट्स के सपनों को मिलेगी हौसलों की उड़ान। Student of 9th standard, top of his class, good at studies and winner of all extracurricular activities. Meet Rahul.
हाँ अंकल, आपका मरीन क्लेम इसलिए रिजेक्ट हुआ बिकॉज लॉस और डैमेज ड्यू टू द अनसीवर्दीनेस ऑफ द वेसल इज एक्सक्लूडेड इन योर स्टैंडर्ड मरीन कार्गो पॉलिसी।
राहुल को सभी इंश्योरेंस पॉलिसीज के बारे में पता है। हेल्थ, मोटर, होम, ट्रैवल, सब कुछ। So much that he has become the insurance and risk management guru of.
आंटी जी, आपके स्टैंडर्ड्स आपके हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस सब लिमिट से बहुत हाई हैं, जैसे कि आपका हॉस्पिटल रूम रेंट।
अच्छा तो क्या करूं?
चेंज कर लो ना, जैसे बिना नंबर चेंज किए आप अपना नेटवर्क प्रोवाइडर चेंज कर सकते हैं, वैसे ही कंटिन्यूटी बेनिफिट्स के साथ आप अपना इंश्योरर भी चेंज कर सकते हैं।
Rahul's excellent insurance quotient is quite famous. हर किसी को चाहिए उसकी एडवाइस। अब तो लोग घर पर भी आने लग गए हैं।
अंकल, आपकी बेसिक थर्ड पार्टी लायबिलिटी पॉलिसी रवि भैया के ड्राइविंग लाइसेंस भी नहीं संभाल पाएगी। कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव कार इंश्योरेंस के साथ साथ इंजन एंड गियरबॉक्स प्रोटेक्शन एड ऑन कवर ले लो, बच जाओगे। सेक्रेटरी अंकल, अपने बिल्डिंग में बहुत सारे स्ट्रक्चरल डिफेक्ट्स हैं। एक काम करो, बिल्डर से चेक करो इनहेरेंट डिफेक्ट्स इंश्योरेंस पॉलिसी के बारे में और जल्दी से रिपेयर वर्क शुरू करवाओ। आई एम सो हैप्पी आई एम एबल टू हेल्प एवरीवन अराउंड मी। इट्स लाइक आई फाउंड माय पर्पस।
अरे बेटा मेरा साइबर सिक्योरिटी।
फिल द ऑनलाइन फॉर्म डैड, बस पेमेंट ही तो करना है। बाय।
आई एम प्राउड ऑफ माय बेटा आफ्टर विनिंग द HDFC ERGO Insurance Awareness Quiz. Winning has become a habit with him. काश हमारे टाइम पे भी ऐसा कोई क्विज होता, मैं भी दे पाता अपने सपनों को हौसलों की उड़ान।
इस क्विज के साथ राहुल जैसे कई स्टूडेंट्स के सपनों को मिलेगी हौसलों की उड़ान। Student of 9th standard, top of his class, good at studies and winner of all extracurricular activities. Meet.
Hello and welcome back to the West Zonal rounds of the HDFC ERGO Insurance Awareness Award Junior 2022, an insurance awareness quiz for students by HDFC ERGO General Insurance Company Limited. We are in the western zone of India to identify a zonal champion who will join the champion from North Zone in the national final, which will take place a couple of weeks from now. After this, we will travel to the east and the south of the country to identify two more zonal champions who will take their place in the national final, and perhaps a couple of more teams who will be the runners-up. But for now, in front of me are four bright young teams, insurance IQ off the charts. These kids, these 8 young kids who have earned their place in the West Zone final here today. These are teams, 2 each from each of the West Zone eliminators who have qualified into the West Zone final. And right now, we will take them through 4 exciting rounds designed to throw up a West Zone champion. So without any further ado, let us quickly show you how we have traveled so far and what lies ahead. 1,170 schools across 110 cities of India, more than 3 lakh students reached, as well as 12 zonal champion teams who will qualify into the eliminator in West Zone. In front of me are 4 of these teams who have qualified into the West Zone final. The zonal final takes place in North, East, West, and South, which will give us 4 zonal champions, along with 4 zonal runners-up, out of which 2 will qualify into the national final as well. That takes place via a draw, which is broadcast live on Facebook, but that is a little later. Right now, we are here to see who will go into the national final as the West Zone champion. In the national final, we usually identify a national champion, a national runners-up, and a national second runners-up. What prizes will we give you for winning today? Well, in the zonal final, the champion team from West Zone will get a nice trophy to put on the shelf of their school, as well as the sweeter deal is that you qualified directly into the national final of this year's quiz. Along with it, the team which qualifies second today, they are the zonal runners-up, so they don't qualify directly into the national final, unfortunately, but don't lose heart. If you are a zonal runners-up, you start praying to all the gods and goddesses that you believe in, because 2 out of the 4 zonal runners-up, 1 from each zone, 2 out of these 4 teams will go into the national final by means of that lucky draw which happens, which is a unique feature of this quiz, right? What awaits in the national final? Loads and loads of prizes. This is perhaps the richest and the biggest quiz of its kind for schools in India as well as Asia. The winner team this year will win themselves 1.5 lakh rupees worth of prizes between the 2 students and a further 75,000 rupees worth of prizes for their school. The team which comes second in the national final wins themselves 1 lakh rupees worth of prizes between the 2 teammates and a further 50,000 rupees worth of prizes for their school. And the team which comes third nationally wins themselves 50,000 rupees worth of prizes between the 2 students and a further 25,000 rupees worth of prizes for their school. If you happen to be in the national final and don't finish first, second, or third, no reason to be disappointed. We make sure there's a little bit of a smile on your faces by means of 20,000 rupees worth of prizes between the 2 students for each team that finishes 4th, 5th, and 6th, and a further 10,000 rupees worth of prizes for each of your schools. Now, if that is not a really rich kitty, I don't know what other quiz will do this, right? Without any further ado then, let's march into the West Zone final. The teams who will join us in the order of seating at table number 1 from Choitram School Indore, representing them Aditya Sisodia and Tanish Vyas. For the second time today, Aditya and Tanish, welcome to the quiz. At team number 2, Navrachna Higher Secondary School Sama Vadodara, represented by Saijit Nair and Mahi Shah. Saijit and Mahi, welcome to the finals. At team 3, New Era Senior Secondary School Vadodara, represented by Darshi Vakharia and Akriti Behure. Darshi and Akriti, welcome to the West Zone finals. And last but certainly not the least, representing St. Xavier's High School Mumbai, Moksh Dave and Darji Chinmay. Moksh and Darji, welcome to the West Zone finals. These then are your 4 teams. Everybody watching us on Facebook Live and YouTube, 8 brilliant young minds from the West Zone of India. They've proven their mettle twice over, once in the elimination round online, once in the city in the zone eliminators a little while earlier. They are here today to showcase the best that the West Zone has to offer. Before we go into the questions, let me tell you the rules for these finals. The biggest and the best rule is that the people who are participating need to have their mobiles and other devices off. The only thing that will be on is the screen in front of you. The camera should be on at all times and the microphone should be on mute until I tell you to unmute yourself. Let's take a look at the general rules that we will follow. There are 4 rounds, not 2. 4 rounds, a total of 20 questions. I will explain the rules for each round before that round begins. But for all rounds, teams will remain on mute until I instruct you to unmute yourself and answer. And then you will answer only into the mic, 1 answer per team. Please do not give me 2 answers in succession. If the second one I hear is correct, but the first one happens to be wrong, I will only consider the first thing that I hear, right? Please do not answer out of turn. I will at all times tell you which team is supposed to answer. We will announce the scores at the end of the first, the second, and the third rounds. and then at the end of 5 questions in the last round. That's to give you a quick check of who stands where, and then of course at the end of the quiz itself. Let me remind you, only one team, the winner of the West Zone, will qualify directly into the national final. The runners up in West Zone has a 50-50 chance by means of that lucky draw. So this is not like the eliminator where you had to be in the top 2 only. Ideally, you should be top of the mountain at the end of 4 rounds, right? One wish from my entire team to you is that may your young minds always be insured against incorrect answers. With that wish, we will go quickly into the rules for round 1. Preambles is what we call it. 4 insurance questions via infinite bounds. By now, you know what infinite bounds means. Full 10 points on each question. Does not matter whether it's a direct or a pass. The team which gets points, the next question goes to the next team. No negatives in this round, but please do not answer out of turn because that will get you a negative of 10 if you answer out of turn. Wait for your team name to be called out by me, right? Please ensure your camera is on at all times. If all the teams are ready, wish the 8 of you all the very best. May the best team win at the end of these 4 rounds. Question 1 in the West Zone final for team 1. In many health insurance policies, policyholders enjoy a facility provided by the insurance company wherein the insured can get admitted and undergo the required treatment without paying directly for the medical expenditure. Whatever is eligible from the medical expenses incurred is settled by the insurance company directly with the hospital. What is this very convenient system known as? Team 1, Choitra. Choitram School, Indore. What is this very convenient system known as? Please unmute yourself. Choitram School, Indore. You're on mute. Yes?
Yes, sir. Just a second.
Okay. I'll give you just 5 seconds, then we will move on. Other teams, please keep your answers ready. 3.
Sir, direct payment.
Yes, sorry?
Sir, direct payment.
Direct payment. That's a really, really nice answer, but unfortunately not good enough to get points. We will move on to team 2. Navrachna Higher Secondary School, Sama, immediately. What am I looking for?
Sir, the answer is cashless facility.
Cashless facility is what I was looking for indeed. 10 points to Navrachna. Team 2 gets 10. The next question will go to New Era Senior Secondary School, Vadodara. Question number 2. This type of motor insurance policy covers the repair or replacement of the insured vehicle for accidental damage, theft, fire, malicious damage, or weather-related damage. It also covers the repair and replacement of any other vehicles damaged by the insured vehicle in an accident, damage to property, as well as injury or death resulting from an accident for insured or any other third party. What is such a type of all-inclusive policy called in insurance? This is for New Era, Team 3.
Sir, this is comprehensive motor insurance policy.
This is the comprehensive motor insurance policy. 10 points to Team 3. Very nice start by you as well. We will quickly go on to Team 4 with the next question. Focusing on creating an overall health insurance product that would provide the ultimate cover, so to say, HDFC ERGO created an ultimate first of its kind product which redefines the value one gets from health insurance. They have benefits that give an incredible up to 4 times coverage at no additional cost, a host of benefits such as no room rent capping, wider pre or post hospitalization, unlimited daycare procedures, and exciting discount options are also included in this. Which game-changing health insurance product by HDFC ERGO am I talking about? This is for Team 4.
Optima Secure Health Insurance. Optima Secure Health Insurance.
Secure, indeed. That is the right answer. 10 points to Team 4. very good going. 3 questions gone. The last question will go back to Choitram School Indore. Let's show you the question. In the list of exclusions under a standard health insurance policy, one finds that a 30-day waiting period is applicable for hospitalization claims during the first 30 days. However, there is no 30-day waiting period in case of hospitalization due to one particular peril or event. What kind of peril is usually excused from this 30-day waiting period? Team 1.
Due to accidents.
Hospitalization due to accidents or accidental injury is correct. And with that, the wheel comes full circle. I think each of these teams picked up 10 points apiece. At the end of the first round, we are 25% of the way through. Let me remind you, 4 rounds in this West Zone final, and only the winner of the West Zone can qualify directly. The zonal runners-up will be left crossing their fingers and praying to all the gods and goddesses that they believe in. At the end of round 1, if my memory serves me correctly, somewhere or the other, everybody has managed to get the right answer and score, but we will wait for the scorer to officially put a stamp of approval. Let's see the scores. Indeed, 10 points apiece to Indore, Vadodara, and Mumbai. All 4 teams scoring. I didn't expect any less from teams that are as good as you. So let's not waste time. Let's quickly go into round 2. Round 2 is what we call general conditions. And no, I haven't lost track of my spellings. We wanted this to be a little bit of a breather, a GK round for you. And of course, for GK, we need a K. So conditions is spelled with that K, right? 4 questions, all on general knowledge, not on insurance for a change. They will be via infinite bounds, but we will start anti-clockwise. We will begin with team 4 and go in the reverse order, 4, 3, 2, 1. The correct answer, as always, will get you 10 points. There are no negatives, so feel free to guess away to the best of your ability. But please do not answer out of turn. I will give you a -10 if you answer out of turn. Wait for me to call out your team name and then only unmute and answer. But do make sure your cameras are on at all times. That is mandatory. If all the teams are ready, this is the question for team 4. Team 4, St. Xavier's. Question on screen now. This is 18-year-old Antim Pangal from Hisar in Haryana, who recently became the first Indian woman to win a gold medal at the Junior World Wrestling Championships. She has 3 elder sisters, Sarita meaning river, Meenu, a synonym for the goddess Lakshmi, and Nisha meaning night, as well as a younger brother named Arpit. What you have to tell me, team 4, exactly why did her parents name her Antim? And I'm looking for a very exact answer. This is for team 4, St. Xavier's High School. All teams, may I remind you, we have a set of invigilators who are watching every team on camera. So please make sure that you are not talking to anybody, you are not chatting on the device to anybody, and nobody else is in the room with you. If I get more than 2 complaints about the same team, I might have to disqualify that team, which would be really unfortunate, right? So moving on, St. Xavier's, think of the entire way how India is as a country, as a society. I have told you a lot of information about this young achiever who is young like you. Why did her parents name her Antim?
So because she was the youngest, actually I'm not confirmed.
Okay, so you're guessing that because she was the youngest, but I've already told you she has a younger brother, right? We will move on to New Era Senior Secondary School, Vadodara. What do you think she was named Antim for? It's a past
Sir,
question.
I think yes, sir. Sir, I think she was named Antim. Antim means last in Hindi, and in India, it is said that girl child is not so. It's not so worth it. It's not auspicious to have. So she was named Antim in the family.
Okay, but if a girl child is not so auspicious, then why would they name only her Antim? Because she was the fourth.
Because she was She was the last child that she was going.
But they did not know that she was going to
She
be the
was the
last.
last girl. The last girl they were going to have.
That is what I was looking for, because she was the last girl that they were looking to have. That is what I wanted to hear, because they said, let's name her Antim, so that this is a sign to fate or the gods that this is the last girl child that we want to have. I could not have hoped for a better team to give me this answer than an all girl team, because, yes, unfortunately, in many parts of India, it is considered very badly. May I add that, a girl child is not a very auspicious or a good thing. But let me tell you, as somebody who has a daughter himself, right? So you cannot have a better child than a girl child. So I think that's the double auspicious thing if you get a child like that. 10 points to you. A quick request to everybody, please make sure there's nobody else in the room with you other than the two teammates. 10 points to team 3. The next question will go to team 2. Here's your question. Indonesia is the only country in the world to have an image of X. X, I'm not saying what X is. This is the whatever that image is, it is blanked out with that yellow oval on the currency note. A popular story goes that in 1997, when the currency of several Asian countries was getting very badly devalued, somebody suggested to the Indonesian authorities that why don't you print an image of X on the note so that it will bring you good fortune. It will be auspicious for the currency when all other efforts had failed. Luckily, it worked, and the superstition has stuck ever since. So they have an image of X on their currency note. To give you a further clue, on this note on the opposite side, in addition to the image of X, there is a picture of a classroom supporting the overall theme of knowledge and education that is associated with X. I need you to tell me, team 2, what image have I blanked out? Team 2, this is a question for Navrachana. Good fortune, knowledge, education, and Indonesia. Indonesia is the only country in the world to have an image of X. And I'll give you a clue to all the teams. That image is not of a thing or an object. It's an image of a personality. It's an image of a character or a personality. Team 2. Knowledge, education, and good fortune or good luck. What personality or what character connects all these things?
Is it Goddess Lakshmi?
Goddess Lakshmi. That's a really beautiful answer. I wish I could give you points for that, but not Goddess Lakshmi this time. Going to Choitram School Indore. Quickly, it's a past question.
Is it Goddess Saraswati?
Goddess Saraswati. Also a nice answer, but not Goddess Saraswati. You're all thinking very much on the right lines. We will go to St. Xavier's High School.
Sir, the god Ganesh.
Ganesh.
As they were a follower of
Brilliant answer. Yes, that is correct. Ganpati or Ganesh. Let's show you that image. In fact, I think I have a picture of that real note without the blank. This is Ganpati or Ganesh. In spite of the fact that Indonesia only has 1.5% of its population as Hindus, it's the only country in the world which has got an image of Ganesh or Ganpati on the currency note. And of course, the god Ganesh associated with good fortune, good beginnings, as well as knowledge and education. What better than a Mumbai team to answer a Ganpati question, right? Because we just finished with what is one of the most spectacular celebrations of Ganeshotsav anywhere in the world. 10 points to St. Xavier's High School. And the next question will go to New Era Senior Secondary School, Vadodara. Team 3, here's your question. I just need you to identify any one of these. It will give you points. If we make a list of all the national capital cities of the world, funnily, there are only 4 letters of the alphabet, which are the starting letters of only one capital city each. Q, U, I, and Z. We are in the quiz, right? So that's such a funny coincidence. So what I mean by that is, if you look at the letter B, there are 2 or more capital cities which start with the letter B. If you look at the letter P, there are 2 or more cities which start with the letter P. But there are only 4 letters of the alphabet which correspond to the starting letters of only one capital city each all over the world. We are talking about national capitals. One of these capitals is in South America, the other is in Asia. You can tell me any one and I will give you 10 points. This is for team 3. So basically, I'm looking for a national capital which begins with the letter Q or a national capital which begins with the letter I. Go for it, team 3.
Yes, sir. So actually, we aren't sure about that, but I have a guess for the letter I. Can it be Islamabad?
And if you had to guess for the letter Q, what would you guess?
I'm not able to think for that.
No problem.
Just brainstorming.
Everyone is fine. Islamabad is the one that corresponds to the letter I. Look at those faces. She's praying. I don't know whether it is to Saraswati or Ganpati, but she's praying. I is for Islamabad. Any of the other teams for no points. Do you want to take a guess as to what Q could be?
Sir, can I tell?
Yes, of course. Which team is it?
Quito, Ecuador's capital. Quito.
That is correct. This is Quito, which is the Ecuadorian capital. Let's go on to the next screen where we had an answer slide for you. Unfortunately, I cannot give you points, but yes, Quito, which is the Ecuadorian capital, and Islamabad, which is the Pakistan capital. So the only team getting points here is team 3, New Era. Really nice answering by the girls. Let us go on to the last question of the general conditions round. Question number 4 to team 2. Navrachna, here's another Ganpati question. Eye-catching idols of Lord Ganesh are the flavor of the festive season, and thousands of master craftspersons spend millions of man-hours in designing and sculpting eye-catching Ganpati idols that seek to tap into, that seek to connect to the popular psyche, whatever is going on in popular culture around the country. In this year's Ganesha Utsav celebrations, I'm going to show you a larger image also. What you have to tell me is all these idols that you see in front of you, what is common, exactly what is common to the inspiration behind these idols. Let's show you a bigger picture. Take a close look. One common thing is very, very common to the way these idols look. This is a question for Navrachna Higher Secondary, Team 2. Take a close look at these pictures. Something very famous is the inspiration behind the way these idols look. Yes, Team 2.
They look like archers and warriors.
They look like archers and warriors. Okay. They do look like archers and warriors, but as I said, I'm looking for something very specific. So we will go on to Choitram School Indore. Do you have a guess for me? Quickly, it's a
Sir,
fast.
they all are aiming with a bow?
No, not really. I'm looking for something inspiration that is very popularly known around the country these days. We will go on to St. Xavier's High School now.
Sir, this all are related to Ramayana.
To Ramayan. No, not related to the Ramayan. If you see the one on the right, the rightmost one cannot really be a Ramayan thing. We will go to the last team to try this. New Era Senior Secondary School, Vadodara. Take a guess. Bigger picture, please.
Yes. Sir, are there minus points?
No negatives, so please guess away.
Yes. So, do these idols resemble the Pandavas or the Mahabharata characters?
Okay, no, that was a very nice guess. Guesses all around. So no points. This is a very rare incident in which the teams don't get a question. Let us show you that answer. I think all of you are going to know what this. These are all inspired by the movie RRR. The two heroes in that movie, if you look there, Ram Charan Teja as well as Junior NTR, the two heroes in that movie, the looks of these Ganpatis are modeled on their look from the movie RRR, right? So very popular, huge movie that is being talked about even at the Oscars this year. But that brings us to the end of round 2. We'll have the scores for you at the halfway mark, so to say, but really good going. I think one of the highlights of today's West Zone final has been the good answering, as well as for me personally, it has been that girl child answer by the team from Vadodara, right? So very, very nice, but early days in the quiz. There are 12 more questions to go. And before we go to those questions, we will show you the scores. Let me remind you once again, only one team from here goes on to the national final directly. If you are first, you will go on to the national final. If you are second by any chance, then you will have to wait for a lucky draw and wish that probability, the goddess of probability works in your favor, right? So the scores will come up very, very shortly. For those of us who are watching us on Facebook and YouTube, please stay on. In the next 20-25 minutes. You will have a West Zone champion. But for now, these are your scores. Oh, lovely. Everybody has scored. Choitram School Indore on 10. Navrachna Higher Secondary School Sama on 10. St. Xavier's High School Mumbai on 20. But on the back of a fitting answer related to a girl child, one of the girl achievers of India, the all-girls team from New Era Senior Secondary School, Vadodara, on 30 points. 10, 10, 30, and 20. Anybody's game at this stage. Let us quickly go to round 3. Round 3 is what we call floaters. 4 questions, all on insurance, passing clockwise, beginning with team 1. But, a big, huge but, that is, when I show team 1 the question, teams 2, 3, and 4 can press the buzzer if they are very sure that they know the answer. Does it mean that I give them the chance before team 1? No. I will still go to team 1 and ask them to give me the answer. If they give me the correct answer, I give them plus 15. If team 1 gives me the wrong answer, I don't deduct any points, but I go on to the team which has buzzed first. For example, if team 4 buzzes fastest, I will not go to team 2. If team 1 does not give me the answer, I'll go directly to team 4. If they give me the answer, I give them the full 15 points. But if they give me the wrong answer after pouncing on it, after buzzing for it, they will get a minus 15. What happens if none of the teams want to buzz? Then we go simply 1, 2, 3, and 4, plus 15 for a right answer, no negatives for a wrong answer, right? What happens if none of the teams answer? Same rules. We go back to the same team with the next question. Remember, wait for me to call out your team name before answering. Answering out of turn will get you a minus 10. You cannot withdraw your buzzes after buzzing. So the buzzer is that big red circle on the top of your screen. We will show you a trial question very soon so that we can test your buzzers. Let me go on to my trial screen. Fingers on your buzzers. I want all 4 teams, once the question comes up, I want you to press that counter with your buzzer with your cursor, with your pointer, once the question comes up. Trial question coming up on screen now. Logo of which very important entity? Let me first see if all the teams have buzzed. Can we scroll up and see the buzzer counter? Vadodara has buzzed, Indore has buzzed, St. Xavier's Mumbai has buzzed. Let's scroll down and see if the other team from Mumbai has buzzed as well. Indore has buzzed. I think only 3 teams have buzzed. The 4th team, please press your buzzer even if you don't know the answer. I think New Era, is it? Okay, yes. Now I have a buzz. The first buzzer was pressed by New Era Senior Secondary School. Can you give me the answer? What's this logo all about?
So this logo is IRDAI.
IRDAI it is. That is correct. Unfortunately, I can't give you points. It was a trial question. So let's reset the buzzers. All right.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes. Which team is this?
To whom the question is directed?
This will be a question for team 1. Choitram School Indore, you do not have to buzz for this question. Teams 2, 3, and 4, fingers on your buzzers. And remember, whatever happens, no one will answer unless I call out their name, right? Question 1 in round 3. for team 1, team 2, 3, and 4. Fingers on your buzzers. Here it comes. What 9-letter word commonly used to describe a sudden stoppage of a vehicle has been blanked from this really picturesque ad by HDFC ERGO? A blank shouldn't mean a break in fun. This is for team 1. Choitram School, all yours. Please unmute. Choitram School, Indore. Yes.
Sir, is it breakage?
Breakage. Breakage is not what I'm looking for. Let us look at the buzzers. We have buzzers from 2 teams, but the team which buzzed fastest is Navrachna Higher Secondary School, Vadodara. Can you tell me the answer immediately? Navrachna?
Sir, the answer is breakdown.
Breakdown is what I was looking for. That's a plus 15 to Navrachna Higher Secondary School, Sama. The other team which buzzed after them was also from Vadodara. New Era had buzzed, but you were fractionally slower than Navrachna. So that's 15 points to Navrachna Higher Secondary School, Sama. Let's reset the buzzers. Great. The next question will go to team 2. Team 1, 3, and 4, fingers on your buzzers. Team 2, you don't need to buzz for this. Team 2, here's your question. Typically, under a standard health insurance policy, during hospitalization, expenses such as gloves, food charges, diapers, belts, braces, etc. are usually classified under a certain category. These expenses often add up to 10 to 20% of the total bill amount. What category of expenses are these in insurance terminology? Team 2, this is your question. Navrachna Higher Secondary School. And I don't see a buzz from anybody. So buzz is now closed. Even if, oh, lovely. St. Xavier says buzz, but you will wait. Navrachna Higher.
So is there negative marking?
Which team is this?
Navrachna.
Navrachna, for you, there is no negative marking. Only for the buzzer team, there is a negative marking. And St. Xavier says buzz. You can speak freely and take a guess. I need your answer now.
Protect benefit.
Okay, these I'm looking for a category of expenses, and protect benefit is not what I'm looking for. We will go to St. Xavier's, Mumbai. Quickly unmute and tell me what I'm looking for.
I think it's non-medical expenses.
Non-medical expenses it is. That's plus 15 to St. Xavier's, Mumbai. That's a really, really good answer. Very, very nice, St. Xavier's. Plus 15 to you. Buzzers have already been reset. This is now a question for team 3, New Era Senior Secondary School, teams 1, 2, and 4. Fingers on your buzzers, but do not answer until I identify you. This is a question for team 3. Here's your question. One of the stages of crop that are covered under the Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana scheme is sowing to harvesting. By what 2-word name is the sowing to harvesting stage commonly known in Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana terminology? So sowing to harvesting is a description, but what is the name by which this stage is known? Team 3.
Sir, I think it's known as standing crop.
What a beautiful answer. Standing crop is what I was looking for. Standing crop is essentially everything that happens between the sowing of the seeds and the harvesting of the crop. That is known as the standing crop phase. Mind-blowingly simple, but very, very well prepared, I can see. 15 points to team 3. Fingers on your buzzers for teams 1, 2, and 3. The last question of this round is a direct for St. Xavier's, so you don't have to buzz. Teams 1, 2, and 3. Fingers on your buzzers. Question on screen for Xavier's. Here it comes. As per the National Cybercrime Reporting Portal, cybercrime, Xavier's, you don't have to buzz. This is your direct. Please wait. What happened? Okay, Xavier, this is your question. What specific type of cyber crime is this, which is described? Any unlawful act where computer or communication device or a computer network is used to commit or facilitate the commission of crime. One of the common cyber crimes is a cyber attack aiming to redirect a website's traffic to another bogus website. So I want you to tell me the technical term for that part. The cyber attack that aims to redirect a website's traffic to another bogus website. What is it called?
Farming.
And is it like the agricultural farming? How do you spell it?
No, sir. PHARMING, I think.
Of course it is. Farming, like fishing. Farming is what I was just pulling your leg. When you answered so confidently, I knew you wouldn't say FARMING. 15 points to St. Xavier's. Team 4 gets 15. Please reset the buzzers. That brings us to the end of what has been a really interesting and really entertaining round 3. Let me remind you, 3 rounds done, the last round to go. But from what I have seen so far, that round has the potential to turn fortunes upside down, to make winners out of nowhere, and sometimes to make winning teams suddenly slip up if they get a couple of questions wrong, right? So this is, of course, the end of the round, which is called floaters. 4 questions answered so very beautifully by 4 young teams. For those watching us on Facebook Live and YouTube, let me remind you what is coming up is the last nerve-wracking buzzer round, which we always finish with. That round has 8 questions in it. So anybody's game this is. The scores at the end of 3 rounds coming up on screen now. 10 points to Choitram School, Indore. 25 to Navrachna Higher Secondary School, Sama, Vadodara. 45 to New Era Senior Secondary School, Vadodara. But on the basis of that last 15-pointer, just 5 points ahead of the girls from Vadodara, St. Xavier's School, High School, Mumbai with 50. Very evenly poised, 10, 25, 45 and 50. And when you consider the fact that there are 8 more buzzer questions to go, I think any team from these 4 can still be the zonal champion. So let's take a look at the rules for round 4. Round 4 is what we call risks and premiums. 8 questions, all of them on insurance and all of them on the buzzer. So now there is no direct question. The only way you get to answer a question is by being the fastest on the buzzer. The questions will come up on screen. You can buzz as soon as you see the question. A correct answer will get you plus 20. A wrong answer will get you a minus 20. So be very careful when you buzz. We will give the opportunity to all teams to exercise their buzzer. We will go to the fastest team first. And if they give me a wrong answer, then we will go to second fastest, third fastest, and so on. You can buzz as soon as the question comes up on screen. I will stop talking the moment I see the first buzzer and go to that team. But please do not answer out of turn. Make sure that you wait until I call out the team name and then only will you go ahead and answer. Please, all teams, for this round, we have a rule that everybody is unmuted. So please take the microphones off mute. Everybody's microphones should be on at all times. Right? This is a trial question. I know how high the stakes are. So even though I have seen your buzzers working, we will still test them once. One very familiar image will come up. Don't wait for the answer. I want all 4 teams to buzz when you see this trial question. So let's show you a trial question now. What is this logo of? First, let me see if everybody has buzzed. I can see Navrachna has buzzed, St. Xavier's has buzzed, New Era and Choitram. Everybody has buzzed, but the first team to buzz was Navrachna High Secondary. Please tell me this very simple answer.
This is the logo of IRDI.
Indeed, as we saw in the first trial question. Also, this is for no points. This is a pat on the back for being fastest. Now is when we start the real questions. As always, I will be showing the question to you, but before that, I will tell you a little bit about the kind of answer that is expected, right? So you know what you're buzzing for, and then there is no complaint that, oh, we thought it was something and we answered, right? So let me also go to my screen. All right. The first question, fingers on your buzzers. What I need as an answer is I'm going to show you a certain time period. There are three images and text at the bottom. There is a certain time period shown by means of one image, and then there are two logos which are separated by a plus sign. So it means that these two entities or organizations or companies together did something. And when did they do that thing? They did it in the time period which is shown by the first image. Right? You have to tell me in that time period which is shown, what did these two companies or organizations do together? And of course, like all the questions in this round, it will have to do with insurance. If all the teams are ready, question coming up on screen now. How collaboration happened? Okay, St. Xavier's is buzz. Quickly, St. Xavier's. What exactly did they collaborate?
4th April 2021.
What did the two brands collaborate for?
Sir, for online insurance. They offer online insurance. They collaborated.
Online insurance what? I can't give it to you because online insurance has been around since the last 4 or 5 years, not 2021.
Sir, for facilitating the online insurance, they joined and came into one platform.
I cannot give it to you. That's a minus 20 to St. Xavier's. Choitram School Indore, quickly, what am I looking for?
Sir, online COVID insurance?
Minus 20 to Choitram as well. Is there a buzzer by anybody else by any chance? No. The question is now closed. What I was looking for was in April 2021, the Life Insurance Corporation of India collaborated with ATM to facilitate digital insurance payments. Digital insurance payments is the only acceptable answer. Online insurance has been around since more than April 2021. So the very first question proving to be a little bit of a googly for all teams. Let us reset those buzzers. Fingers on your buzzers for all teams. The next question, there are two big images. From both these images, I have blanked out two words. The same two words have been blanked out from both the images. You simply have to take a look and tell me what has been blanked out from the two images. Very famous thing connected with Indian insurance, right? If all the teams are ready, fingers on your buzzers, question number 2. What name has been blanked out? This campaign educates about rights and obligations and informs. Okay, we have a buzzer from New Era, I think. New Era Senior Secondary School girls. What am I looking for?
Bima Bemisal.
That is the answer I was looking for. 20 points. Bima Bemisal, which is the investor, the customer policyholder awareness and protection campaign run by the IRDAI. Bima Bemisal has been blanked from both these places. In fact, if you go to the IRDAI website, which all young insurance knowledge seekers should, there's a beautiful series of these cartoons which shows about various things like agents, intermediaries, mis-selling, and so on and so forth. But for now, 20 points to New Era. New Era gets 20. Let us reset those buzzers, please. The next question is a text question. I'm looking for a very common name, which is one of the technological advancements or technological customer-friendly things that we can see in Indian insurance today. I'm looking for an answer that is at least 7 letters long, if not longer. So if it is an answer which is shorter than 7 letters, then you can immediately know that it's wrong, right? So I'm looking for at least 7 letters in the answer, if not more. Fingers on your buzzers. Question number 3. At HDFC ERGO, the customer is a prime focus. This is a buzz quickly from Navratna Higher Secondary. Navrachna Higher Secondary, unmute and answer.
So
What
they
am I
are
looking
only
for?
chatbots.
Chatbots is correct. Chatbots, which comes from the word chatterbots. Very good answer by team 2. They get plus 20. Please reset the buzzer. Chatbots or chatterbots, either of them is an acceptable answer. Very good answering. This has been a very democratic buzzer round. People are buzzing. Some are getting it right. Some are getting it wrong. It's been a blood pressure inducing round for everybody involved. But question number 4 is what we will show you now. I'm going to show you a big picture which has got 4 smaller pictures in it. 3 of the pictures are very properly seen. I have blanked out the 4th. You have to tell me what has been blanked out, and I'm looking for a certain name of something, right? Fingers on your buzzers. Question number 4. Logo of which brand? Navrachna again. This is Navrachna Higher Secondary. What has been blanked out? Quickly, Navrachna.
So national insurance corporation.
National Insurance Company is what I was looking for. The 4 general insurers in the public sector. You can New India, United India, and Oriental. What was blanked out is that really beautiful peacock logo that belongs to the National Insurance Company. So 20 points, a good crucial 20 points to team 2. Navrachna Higher Secondary School picks up 20. Let us reset those buzzers. Halfway through the buzzer round, let me remind you, at the end of one more question, we will show you the scores so that with 3 questions to go, you can strategize accordingly. Only one team qualifies directly. The team which comes second will have to go into the lucky draw. Let me look at my screen now and let me see what is coming up. All right. The next question is a text question. After some pictures, this is a text question. In that text, 2 words have been blanked out. If you want points, I need both words correctly. If you buzz and you give me only one of them, I will have to give you a minus 20. Take a close look and I need both words correct from that blank. Question on screen now. In motor insurance, policy covers the blank and blank of any other vehicles that are damaged by the insured vehicle in an accident. Okay, this is a question, or this is by New Era. New Era is the first to buzz. Quickly, what am I looking for?
Sir, repair and replacement?
Repair and replacement will get you 20. The girls are pumped up. Repair and replacement is what I was looking for. Let's reset those buzzers. 20 points to New Era Senior Secondary School. This has been a rocker of a buzzer. Everybody is scoring. There were some negatives at the beginning, so it's all happening here at the end. We are at the end of 5 questions in the buzzer round, and as promised, we are going to show you the scores. At the end of these 5 questions, there are 3 more questions to go. Each of those is worth plus 20 or minus 20 if you are unfortunate enough. Let me remind you, the winner of this West Zone final qualifies directly into the national final. They will join the North Zone champions who qualified yesterday. The runners-up in this West Zone final will go into the lucky draw along with the runners-up from each of the other 3 zones. But for now, the scores are these. With that unfortunate negative, Choitram has slipped into the negative. They're at minus 10. With the negative, St. Xavier's they are also at 30. They could have been at 50 potentially. But as of now, there are 2 teams who are really fighting it out for that top position. Navrachna Higher Secondary School, Sama Vadodara on 65. Their city mates, also from Vadodara, the girls from New Era Senior Secondary School on 85. So 65 and 85 are the numbers to catch. 60 more points at stake. So St. Xavier's High School can also meet if they are quick enough and correct enough. Let us move into the last 3 questions. The next question that is going to come up on screen will show you a policy document from who else? From HDFC ERGO. We have blanked out the name of the policy holder for privacy purposes. I don't really need all of that. What I have also blanked out with a big yellow circle is a very important thing that is mandatory all across India when it comes to motor insurance. I want you to take a close look at that policy document, the front page. You have to tell me what has been blanked out in yellow, and there is some text to the right of the image which will give you a description of what has been blanked out. So be very careful, read and see and then go for it, or you can just trust your fate and buzz blindly, right? If all the teams are ready, what I have blanked out in yellow is what I'm looking for. Its description is on the right on your screen now. Something important has been blanked out. St. Xavier's has gone for it. St. Xavier's, quickly, what has been blanked out? What small but important thing?
Insured declared value.
IDV will get you minus 20. Nobody else is buzzed, so I'm going to finish reading the question. Something important has been blanked out from this HDFC ERGO motor insurance policy document. Top right in yellow near the logo. The blanked out part has been made mandatory by the IRDI. New, let me see who has buzzed. Can you quickly scroll up and show me? Okay, this is the team from Navrachna Higher Secondary. What am I looking for?
Sir, QR code.
QR code will get you 20, and they tie with the girls from New Era. The QR code is what has been blanked out from the top of this policy document. From the last couple of years, the IRDAI has mandated that any company that issues a genuine motor insurance policy document needs to include a QR code on that document. It has to be printed there so that anybody at the click of an app can check the QR code and check all the details on the company's website that whether the policy is genuine or not. In addition to this, every genuine insurer needs to have an app with a QR code reader as well. A clutch answer by Navrachna Higher Secondary, 20 points to them, which brings us to the last two questions of this quiz. Let me quickly talk to my team if there's any instructions. None? Great. So you're doing really well. Let us go on to the second last question of this quiz. I'm going to show you a text question. I'm not going to tell you about what kind of insurance, but it's obviously related to insurance. From that text, I have blanked out 3 words. I want you to give me all 3 words correct. Even if one of them is wrong, it will count as a minus 20. Right? You have to read, see the blanks, and give me the 3-word answer of what has been blanked out. If all the teams are ready, question on your screen now. Fill in the blanks with a 3-word term. The Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana policy is available to all crops such as food and oilseeds and annual commercial and horticultural crops for which blank, blank, blank is available. I need those 3 blanks. If all the teams are not buzzing, I'm going to give out a clue. The last word is what I will give you. So you just have to tell me 2 words at the beginning. The 3rd word which I will give you is blank, blank data. Blank, blank data is what is given. Okay, Choitram has buzzed for this. Choitram, what am I looking for?
Pre-yield estimated data.
Pre-yield estimated data. Cannot give it to you. Minus 20 to Choitram. The 2nd word I'm going to give you. Okay, St. Xavier's has buzzed for this. St. Xavier's, quickly, what am I looking for?
Standard methodology.
That's minus 20 to standard methodology. The next team which has buzzed is New Era. New Era, what am I looking for?
Sir, historical yield data.
Or past yield data. 20 points to New Era. Past yield data or historical yield data is what I'm looking for. Is that answer going to be the answer that decides the quiz? I don't know because there's a question to go. But for now, very, very crucially, the girls from New Era have given them that little bit of a cushion going into to the last question, because right now the pressure will be on their competitors. They are sitting at the top of the heap with one question to go. So let us reset those buzzers. Buzzers have been reset. The last question is the final question of the West Zone. Before it comes up, let me tell all 8 of you what delightful young competitors and quizzers you have been. Let me tell you without any hesitation, the last 4 quizzes that I have done this year, the fourth one has been the most delightful so far, and all credit for that goes to you. You have made this a hauslon ki udan to remember, right? So the last question that is going to come up is a big image. From that image, I have blanked out 3 words. Those 3 words are what you're going to have to identify. No other clues will be given. Everything is that you need to answer the question is in that image. Fingers on your buzzers. Last and 8th question of this quiz on your screens now. What has been blanked out in red? New Navrachna Higher Secondary, what have I blanked out?
Drink and drive.
Don't drink and drive. 20 points to Navrachna Higher Secondary. I think that ties them with the girls from New Era. This is a very, very sensible and public service announcement by HDFC ERGO. Don't drink and drive, because if you see the windscreen of that car, it is half full with what looks like an alcoholic beverage. And what the ad is trying to tell you is that if you drink and drive, your vision and your abilities are obscured in the same way that having alcohol on your screen would, because your eyes are temporarily not working as well, because eyes and brain are not working. So do not drink and drive. Very, very good answer by Navrachna Higher Secondary School. I think Vadodara versus Vadodara is the way it is going to be when it comes to this. Let us have the teams logged out for some reason. Please log back in. We will, in the meanwhile, we will total up the scores, and we will show you the scores at the end of all 20 questions. I know for sure that there's going to be a tiebreaker, and it makes me really, really excited about what is to follow.
Student of ninth standard, top of his class, good at studies and winner of all extracurricular activities. Meet Rahul.
हाँ अंकल, आपका मरीन क्लेम इसलिए रिजेक्ट हुआ बिकॉज लॉस और डैमेज ड्यू टू द अनसीवर्दीनेस ऑफ द वेसल इज एक्सक्लूडेड इन योर स्टैंडर्ड मरीन कार्गो पॉलिसी।
राहुल को सभी इंश्योरेंस पॉलिसीज के बारे में पता है। हेल्थ, मोटर, होम, ट्रैवल, सब कुछ। So much that he has become the insurance and risk management guru of our home.
आंटी जी, आपके स्टैंडर्ड्स आपके हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस सब लिमिट से बहुत हाई हैं, जैसे कि आपका हॉस्पिटल रूम रेंट। अच्छा तो क्या करूं? चेंज कर लो ना। जैसे बिना नंबर चेंज किए आप अपना नेटवर्क प्रोवाइडर चेंज कर सकते हैं, वैसे ही कंटिन्यूटी बेनिफिट्स के साथ आप अपना इंश्योरर भी चेंज कर सकते हैं।
Rahul's excellent insurance quotient is quite famous. हर किसी को चाहिए उसकी एडवाइस। अब तो लोग घर पर भी आने लग गए हैं।
अंकल, आपकी बेसिक थर्ड पार्टी लायबिलिटी पॉलिसी रवि भैया के ड्राइविंग लाइसेंस भी नहीं संभाल पाएगी। कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव कार इंश्योरेंस के साथ साथ इंजन एंड गियरबॉक्स प्रोटेक्शन एड ऑन कवर ले लो, बच जाओगे। सेक्रेटरी अंकल, अपने बिल्डिंग में बहुत सारे स्ट्रक्चरल डिफेक्ट्स हैं। एक काम करो, बिल्डर से चेक करो इनहेरेंट डिफेक्ट्स इंश्योरेंस पॉलिसी के बारे में और जल्दी से रिपेयर वर्क शुरू करो। आई एम सो हैप्पी आई एम एबल टू हेल्प एवरीवन अराउंड मी। इट्स लाइक आई फाउंड माय पर्पस।
अरे बेटा, मेरा साइबर सिक्योरिटी
फिल द ऑनलाइन फॉर्म डैड, बस पेमेंट ही तो करना है। बाय।
आई एम प्राउड ऑफ माय बेटा आफ्टर विनिंग द HDFC ERGO Insurance Awareness Quiz. Winning has become a habit with him. काश हमारे टाइम पे भी ऐसा कोई क्विज होता, मैं भी दे पाता अपने सपनों को हौसलों की उड़ान।
इस क्विज के साथ राहुल जैसे कई स्टूडेंट्स के सपनों को मिलेगी हौसलों की उड़ान। Student of 9th standard, top of his class, good at studies and winner of all extracurricular activities. Meet Rahul.
हाँ अंकल, आपका मरीन क्लेम इसलिए रिजेक्ट हुआ बिकॉज लॉस और डैमेज ड्यू टू द अनसीवर्दीनेस ऑफ द वेसल इज एक्सक्लूडेड इन योर स्टैंडर्ड मरीन कार्गो पॉलिसी।
राहुल को सभी इंश्योरेंस पॉलिसीज के बारे में पता है। हेल्थ, मोटर, होम, ट्रैवल, सब कुछ। So much that he has become the insurance and risk management guru of our home.
आंटी जी, आपके स्टैंडर्ड्स आपके हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस सब लिमिट से बहुत हाई हैं, जैसे कि आपका हॉस्पिटल रूम रेंट। अच्छा तो क्या करूं? चेंज कर लो ना। जैसे बिना नंबर चेंज किए आप अपना नेटवर्क प्रोवाइडर चेंज कर सकते हैं, वैसे ही कंटिन्यूटी बेनिफिट्स के साथ आप अपना इंश्योरर भी चेंज कर सकते हैं।
Rahul's excellent insurance quotient is quite famous. हर किसी को चाहिए उसकी एडवाइस। अब तो लोग घर पर भी आने लग गए हैं।
अंकल, आपकी बेसिक थर्ड पार्टी लायबिलिटी पॉलिसी रवि भैया के ड्राइविंग लाइसेंस भी नहीं संभाल पाएगी। कॉम्प्रिहेंसिव कार इंश्योरेंस के साथ साथ इंजन एंड गियरबॉक्स प्रोटेक्शन एड ऑन कवर ले लो, बच जाओगे। सेक्रेटरी अंकल, अपने बिल्डिंग में बहुत सारे स्ट्रक्चरल डिफेक्ट्स हैं। एक काम करो, बिल्डर से चेक करो इनहेरेंट डिफेक्ट्स इंश्योरेंस पॉलिसी के बारे में और जल्दी से रिपेयर वर्क शुरू करो। आई एम सो हैप्पी आई एम एबल टू हेल्प एवरीवन अराउंड मी। इट्स लाइक आई फाउंड माय पर्पस।
अरे बेटा, मेरा साइबर सिक्योरिटी
फिल द ऑनलाइन फॉर्म डैड, बस पेमेंट ही तो करना है। बाय।
आई एम प्राउड ऑफ माय बेटा आफ्टर विनिंग द HDFC ERGO Insurance Awareness Quiz. Winning has become a habit with him. काश हमारे टाइम पे भी ऐसा कोई क्विज होता, मैं भी दे पाता अपने सपनों को हौसलों की उड़ान।
इस क्विज के साथ राहुल जैसे कई स्टूडेंट्स के सपनों को मिलेगी हौसलों की उड़ान। Student of 9th standard, top of his class, good at studies and winner of all extracurricular activities. Meet Rahul.
हाँ अंकल, आपका मरीन क्लेम इसलिए रिजेक्ट हुआ बिकॉज लॉस और डैमेज ड्यू टू द अनसीवर्दीनेस ऑफ द वेसल इज एक्सक्लूडेड इन योर स्टैंडर्ड मरीन कार्गो पॉलिसी।
राहुल को सभी इंश्योरेंस पॉलिसीज के बारे में पता है। health, motor, home, travel, सब कुछ. So much that he has become the insurance and risk management guru of our home.
आंटी जी, आपके स्टैंडर्ड्स आपके हेल्थ इंश्योरेंस सब लिमिट से बहुत हाई हैं, जैसे कि आपका हॉस्पिटल रूम रेंट. अच्छा तो क्या करूं? चेंज कर लो ना. जैसे बिना नंबर चेंज किए आप अपना नेटवर्क प्रोवाइडर चेंज कर सकते हैं, वैसे ही कंटिन्यूटी बेनिफिट्स के साथ आप अपना इंश्योरर भी चेंज कर सकते हैं.
Rahul's excellent insurance quotient is quite famous. हर किसी को चाहिए उसकी एडवाइस. अब तो लोग घर पर भी आने लग गए हैं.
Welcome back, all of you. We've had a brief excitement with network issues. I think India is a young country in that sense. We will get rid of all these glitches as we go on. As Narasimhan sir rightly mentioned, 2047, 100 years of independence is when we will really have everything ironed out. But in the meanwhile, we are at a very exciting stage, a stage worthy of a zonal final, a very exciting stage in the West Zone finals. The scores have been totaled, and something tells me, a little something tells me, that there's going to be more excitement before this day is over. These four young teams, let us see how they stand at the end of 4 rounds in the West Zone final. We have one team, unfortunately, on a -10, that's St. Xavier's High School, Mumbai. We also have another team who picked up 2 unfortunate negatives, so -30 for Choitram School, Indore. But as of now, with 105 points apiece, Navrachana Higher Secondary School, Sama, Vadodara, and New Era Senior Secondary School, Vadodara, city mates fighting it out for being in the West Zone final. Both of them have scored scintillating centuries when it comes to quiz points, but we can only have one winner because there's only one direct qualification into the final. So fortunately or unfortunately, we need to have a tiebreaker, right? So only for teams 2 and 3, only for Navrachana Higher Secondary School, Sama, Vadodara, and for New Era, these 2 teams, fingers on your buzzers, we will have a tiebreaker. This is only going to be one question on the buzzer. As always, I will tell you a little bit about what kind of question it is and what is expected. And after that, the moment you buzz, I will stop talking and you will have to answer. Please make sure both teams are not on mute. Both teams should be not on mute. See that you are not on mute. Can you say hi so I can hear you?
Yes, hi.
Hello, sir.
Okay, lovely. Please remain audible at all times. The question that is tiebreaker question to decide the West Zone champion and the West Zone runners-up is going to be one big image with a little bit of text that describes what that image is. I'm going to show you something that is a big structure, a very famous structure. I don't need you to name that structure. I don't need the name of the structure. I do not need who the structure belongs to. What I need is the address of that structure. And you might say, what a weird question to ask in an insurance quiz. But when you see that question, you will realize why I am asking for the address, right? Your answer will not be in English. It's a 2-word answer. It's a 2-word answer. Both words are Hindi words. Please listen carefully. 2-word answer. Both words are Hindi words and they form part of an address, like a postal address, right? If all the teams are ready, both teams from Vadodara, fingers on your buzzers, question coming up for a tiebreaker on your screens now. Which 2 Hindi words fill the blank? Yogakshema, NHSSS, please tell me immediately, what fills the blank?
Sir, it is in...
I can't give you time. I'll give you 3 seconds. 3, 2, and 1. I need an answer immediately. Which 2 Hindi words fill the blank? LIC is situated, the headquarters of LIC are on blank mark in Mumbai, very appropriately named road, because this is the Life Insurance Corporation of India. I'm counting down 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. That's a minus to New Navrachana Higher Secondary School. What that means is that without answering, the girls from New Era will go through into the West Zone as West Zone champions. But since you buzzed for no negatives, no risks, New Era, do you want to give me a guess for no negatives, no positives? What do you think was the answer?
Sir, it's Jeevan Bima Mark and it suits the LIC company also.
Indeed, it is the Jeevan Bima Marg. What else can I ask for? You did not mind that you're already qualified without answering because the other team got it wrong. Life insurance in Hindi is Jeevan Bima, and very appropriately, the Mumbai Municipal Corporation, Bombay Municipal Corporation, the headquarters of the Life Insurance Corporation, the road is called Jeevan Bima Marg. So here you have it. We have ourselves a West Zone champion and a West Zone runners up. Before we announce the team which has gone on and qualified for the West Zone National Final, let me quickly congratulate the team which came second. Representing Navrachna Higher Secondary School, Sama Vadodara. Let's hear it for Saijit Nair and Mahi Shah. Saijit and Mahi, very well fought. You have been a delight to see in your answers and your knowledge. Very, very aptly. Please do not let your Hosloki Udan go down just yet because you have a lucky draw coming up on in another week's time, which might just might let you be in the national final as well. But for now, the day belongs to these two delightful young girls from New Era Senior Secondary School, Vadodara. Darshi Vakharia and Akriti Behure are the West Zone champions for the HDFC ERGO Insurance Awareness Award Junior 2022. You will qualify directly into the national final, which will happen in a couple of weeks from now. And this year, there's a special icing on the cake for people in the national final because COVID-19 is slowly receding in the mirror, and we are going to go back on ground. We are going to have the national final live here in Mumbai. We are going to fly all the zonal winners to Mumbai and the two zonal runners up who qualify by the lucky draw. You will come to Mumbai, we will meet you, we will quiz you, and we will find you a national champion. So for now, this has been the West Zone final, and we have ourselves a West Zone champion. Before we leave, for everybody watching us on Facebook Live and on YouTube, I'm going to call back on stage, this virtual stage, our chief guest for today, a very senior person from HDFC ERGO, Mr. Narsimhan R, our head of corporate underwriting here at HDFC ERGO. Over to you, Narsimhan sir.
Thank you, Megasham. It was really very interesting. And it rightfully went to the wires, I would say. As they say in cricket, it was a last ball cracker that happened in West Zone. And my congratulations to New Era Secondary School, that is Darshi Vakaria and Akrit Behure. My congratulations, and I wish you all the best in the finals. Of course, the second team, Navrachana Higher Secondary School, please don't lose heart because you still have a 50% chance of making it to the finals. And it is really nice to see that both the schools which fought it out comes from the same place, Vadodara. So my heartiest congratulations to the winner and also to the first runner-up, because I am sure that today luck may not have favored you, but maybe in the draw, luck will favor you. So we hope to see both the teams in the finals. Thank you very much for having participated here. It was really nice. And now I would request Mr. Vinay to give the vote of thanks. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, Megasham. Thank you, Mr. Narsimhan, for your kind words. And good evening, children. Good evening to the audience, to the parents, and to the school authorities having joined us all afternoon. I think it's been an immense pleasure for all of us to host you and to be part of this entire initiative, with all of you being there, participating in such huge numbers, and making this a grand success. Big hearty congratulations to all participants who've kind of been through the two eliminators. Both the eliminators have been, I've been seeing it all the way since 2:30, and it's been extremely scintillating to see the kind of performance that all of you kids have been doing it. You young minds are, uh, hats off to you for the amount of things that you have been able to crack. Some of the questions, even I myself found it very difficult to kind of come up answers to. So it was really good to see the way that you guys played. I think most of your teams and all the four teams that qualified had their own strategies in place, and it was really, really well presented. And I think don't lose heart. Both the two qualifiers who actually got negative points. I think it's important to take a risk. It's important to kind of challenge yourself and put yourself out there. So Aditya, Tanish, Moksh, and Darjeet, take heart that you have done your best to kind of be here amongst the top 12 finalists and the final four. Definitely, there is a lot more room for you as you move forward, and wish you all the very best. To both the finalists, Darshi, Akriti, and to Sajid and Mahi, your performance was extremely scintillating. In fact, Sajid, we've been seeing your performance since the eliminator. You've been very prompt. You guys kind of did 140 points, and that was absolutely mind-boggling. And to see both of you now in the tiebreaker was even more scintillating. I don't think any of us could have asked for a better finale as far as the zonal round is concerned. So we will definitely be happy to host you in Bombay, Darshi, Akriti, and hopefully Sajid and Mahi. We will see you too as part of the draw. And thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone, for making this a grand success. Thank you for your grand participation, for your time. HDFC ERGO definitely looks forward to making this even bigger as we move forward. This year, we've done close to 1,170 cities, schools, and close to 110 cities, and now almost 3 lakh students. And definitely, we will try and make this bigger. So thank you all, and wish you all the very best as we move forward.
Student of ninth standard, top of his class, good at studies, and winner of all extracurricular activities. Meet Rahul.